Let me turn the Wi-Fi off before we get going. Wi-Fi, but we wouldn't we wouldn't be here without her. But regardless, live at 4:05 p.m. just outside of Toronto time. Here we are, back in the saddle again from home. This time from home. Yeah, buddy, on a Saturday afternoon. Good to see everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Sob, Rich. Yeah, buddy. Happy Saturday. How's everybody doing? I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be alive. Yeah, buddy. What's happening? Happy Saturday, folks. I got to be honest, I just got up. I just got up a little while ago. It wasn't too long ago, but this is early morning. So good morning. Good morning to everybody. Even though it's like late afternoon and probably late evening for a lot of you guys. But it's Saturday and it's here. What's happening, Jared? Buddy, Sob, you're the best, Sob. Guys, let us know what you're wearing. Let us know what fragrance you're wearing. Let us know how life is treating you. Coach is here. Michael John is here. All sensational. All the regulars. Guys, what is new? Often licked. Good to see Often licked. Michael John is here. Senta Day Philosopher's Walk. Yeah, buddy. Awesome. How are you? How are you enjoying it? Let us know. Let us know how you're enjoying it. Often licked. I saw your video. I saw Often Lick's reviews of Les Abs. Really good video, man. I really enjoyed that. Thank you for making it. If you haven't seen Often Lick's review of Les Abs, go check it out. Either now or later when you have time, but check it out. It's really in depth and he really went over them, and yeah, it was impressive. It was impressive listening in. So that was fun. I watched the whole thing. I love when things like that pop up. I'm looking for something to do and I'm scrolling and all of a sudden like something like this just kind of pops up right in front. I'm like, whoa, here we go. Here's 30 minutes that'll give me something to do. Yeah, but thank you. Thank you for taking the time to go and make that Often Licked. I appreciate it. It was fun listening in. So you got a great voice. I got to say that. Like, you got a voice that's perfect for what you're doing. Deli's is here. What's going on? Sent today Dolce & Gabbana Velvet Zaffarano. I don't know that one, Deli's, but it's good to see you. Hope you're doing great. Hope everybody's doing great Saturday afternoon. My day's just getting started, man, so I got a lot to do. I got so much to do. The weekend pulls up and you're like, yes, I finally got, like, I got time to do all those loose odds and ends that I wasn't able to during the week. But come the weekend, it's like all you want to do is enjoy your time and not do those, not do those things that you got to do, but you got to do them. You got to do them, right? How's the lighting? Do you guys need some more light, or is it too early for lighting? I'm okay for lighting. I prefer darkness. Mike Coach is in Helmut Lang EDP today. A cozy musk with a touch of skank to it. I really want to smell that Helmut Lang. I keep hearing about this Helmut Lang leather. Michael John loves it. Awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Glad I got a bottle. Yeah, me too. I'm glad that you're enjoying it though. Thank you. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Wear it in good health. It's a really fun fragrance. Sensational says, Philosopher's Walk is amazing. I got to get back into work. I'll tap in later. All right, man. Enjoy your work and we'll see you later. We'll talk to you soon, bud. Lily613. It's not this is another Lilith. Oh, Lilith's got competition. I wonder what she's going to say about this. But Lily says, here's a bouquet for you, handsome brother, spreading positivity. Thank you for the beautiful bouquet, Lilith. Sensational says, hope everyone has a great weekend. Me too, man. Me too. Same. Weekends are great. Often like says, I still have some Philosopher's Walk on my hoodie. I'm wearing it. Very nice. Awesome. Glad you're enjoying it. Often like says, thank you for taking the time to watch. Of course, man. Of course. Future Primitive Dark. What is happening? Good to see you. Good to see you. Burning hearts. Guys, good to see everybody. Happy Saturday. It's been a while since we've been on. I've been so busy, eh? So busy working, sleeping, getting tons of sleep. Sleep is super important to me, so I've been getting that. Living. Say Stacy is here. Hello, Stacy. Guys, let us know what you are wearing. I'll share with you my sense of the week. I had an amazing week perfume-wise, so I want to share that. I'm not really in anything right now. Not yet. I do want to put something on, but I don't know what. Maybe you guys can give me a good recommendation. Deli says, Mitra, she swears by Velvet Zaffarano, and so do I. Nice. Bosco is here. Samantha, hello, Samantha. Good to see Sam. Hope you're doing great. Peter says, my name is Gabrielle. What is your name? How is your name Gabrielle when it says your name is Peter Lewis? But my name's Eugene. It's good to see you. Do I like coffee flavors in perfume? Not really. Not really, but I don't hate them. I do wear coffee-scented fragrances, like Iris Torefi or Noric Skis. I have a bottle of Noric Skis somewhere. Maybe not in this like physical dimension, but in somebody else's dimension, they've got my bottle of Noric Skis. I hope they're enjoying it. Who's Lily? Is she your wife? She's the stream's wife. She's kind of like the stream's wife. And she comes in and she, you know, she just mops up and kicks all the rugrats out, and she tidies up and takes care of the place for us. Jarrett says, still waiting for my sample of Philosopher's Walk. The USPS messed up my delivery. It was stuck in Chicago for like a week. I think that's some sort of portal where all the mail comes in. I think that's where customs is in Chicago. It seems like everything is forwarded to Chicago first, O'Hare, and then it kind of gets distributed from there. So if you're like on the West Coast, it'll take even longer. But if you're closer to Chicago, your packages should be getting there sooner. So Jared says, still waiting for my sample. The USPS messed up my delivery. It was stuck in Chicago for like a week and a half. It feels like I'm waiting for the Pony Express for my little sample. Hopefully it gets there soon, Jared. I'm hoping it gets there soon. I'm hoping you enjoy it. I'm hoping you enjoy it. Yeah, buddy. But it should be. I know Canada Post they're kind of a mess and they're all over the place, but hopefully it gets there soon. Often like says, all right, I decided to spray on Descendre again. I love this sort of steamy tea-like vibe I get from the violet leaf and green aromatics. Yeah, the big spicy galbanum. The gun smoke. Bosco is in Daluda Exquise. Really nice. Nice. I wore a bit of Douleur and Bellhomme last night in my meditations outside. I was outside till like 6:30 in the morning. Oh yeah, nice and cold and crisp, but a really clear night. Really beautiful night. I had a great meditation last night. Really enjoyed that. It allowed me to sleep great today and just travel into the astral, you know? That's what I love about meditation. It's just astro gliding, flying. Often like says, and that touch of tuberose is there. In there is genius. That's all Antoine's idea. I don't love tuberose generally, but it really makes the whole fragrance here. Tuberose was added often like because without it, it was super dry. Descendre was so dry, scratchy, just too much. It was just too much, so we needed to add like some wetness in there. And Anton came up to that with the idea of adding white florals, like a little touch of jasmine and tuberose. But it doesn't come off really tuberose, like bubblegum tuberose. You know how tuberose does? There ain't no perfume that can block my farts. Go outside. Go outside and do that. Oh, where do we go? Where do we go? Where do the comments go? Damn. Guys, let us know how you're doing. Let us know how life is. I lost the comments, but we'll catch up here. How's everybody's? Omar says bonjour. Scent of the day. Parfum de Empire Azamor. Oh, right. I think I have a sample of that. What's happening, Omar? I missed that. Drawn by, what's happening? Hey, Eugene, got my bottle of Philosopher's Walk. Thanks. Thank you, Drawn by. I appreciate it. Very musky and aromatic, slightly animalic, enjoying it. Oh, wow. You're getting animalic bits. Tell us where that's coming from for you. What are you picking up animalic? What does it feel like animalic? That's interesting. I'm curious. Coach Mike says, often like I find the tuberose kind of hard to detect and discern, but I feel it just adds a touch of something that rounds out and finishes the fragrance. Yeah, it's not tuberose to me, like very slightly, very, very slightly. Bonjour, mon ami. Is this stream meant for gays? This stream is meant for everybody. So whether you're gay or straight or fat or skinny or black or white or purple or green, I really don't care. You're all welcome. Is it very subtle but adds this floral smoothness and airiness and ties in perfectly with the green camphoraceous and animal aspects. Descendre is definitely animalic in the base. Dirty, soily, earthy. Eugene flexing that Gucci put home 2 bottle on Insta. Well, it's not really a flex. Well, kind of it is, but it wasn't meant to show off. It was just like, that's not my natural setting. That's what my counter looks like, and I just showed it. None of that is staged or prepped beforehand. It was just like filmed exactly how it was. No bottles were moved for placement or no. Just kind of showed it exactly how it was. Often like says, I don't get any animalic from Philosopher's Walk. It is slightly metallic from the clary sage and musks for me though. Yeah, it's not animalic for me either. It wasn't meant to be. It was meant to be clean and uplifting, fresh, floral. I think there's a lot going on in there that it's interesting enough that it doesn't need the animalic thing. You have a nice bird's nest on top of your head. Thank you. What's happening, Dushan? Does Eugene speak French? Nah, not really. He got kicked out of French school. He got letters sent. The French teacher sent letters to my dad. He's like, why has your son missed 22 straight days of French class? With all of his, I forged all of my dad's signatures, like why I couldn't come to school that day. So they sent 22 days worth of signatures home to my dad saying, why hasn't Eugene been to French class? But, you know, that was a long time ago. Tool is here, wearing Tear Now. Nice. Matt is here. What's happening, Matt? Matt, I got your package. We got to open up your package. Howdy, howdy. Did you open my package yet? I haven't. I have it right here. We'll do that. We'll do that together. We'll see what you sent and we'll give it a whirl. I've got a couple of things. Samantha sent something. I've got that right here. I think this is from Samantha. It is. Bosco. This is from Bosco. We'll open that up. And then I've got something from Matt. I've got a couple other packages too. I got to dig them up though. But I'll share those and I'll share my scent of the day. You guys can share whatever you want. We'll hang out for a bit. We can do whatever. Descendre has that old school patchouli oak mossy base, but it's supremely elegant. A little like polo green, I find it. A little bit. The bird's nest is animalic. It can be. It might be. No, it's quite dry. It's not smelly, that's for sure. It's not smelly. I couldn't do with smelly hair. Definitely couldn't do with smelly hair. But maybe we should turn. I don't know what should I do. Turn some lights on, or I feel like we might need some lights. Antonio Hobson is here in Veniha, man. Good to see Hobson. How many push-ups today, Hobson? I still got to get to the gym. Had a great gym session yesterday. Lots of pull-ups, lots of leg raises, lots of abs. The abs are going to be ready for the spring, guys, at 4:20 p.m. I think we need to fire one up. It's been a while. It's definitely been a while. Let's celebrate the time. 4:20, but good to see Hobson in the van. Often Lick says, I sprayed Philosopher's Walk on a friend. I can confirm that it smells amazing in the air. Awesome. I agree. Smells amazing in the air. Hi from Iran. Hello, Iran. Good to see the Iranians. Fosco is here. The OG Fosco. Scent of the day, Philosopher's Walk. My personal favorite from Les Abside. Awesome. I love it. I love it. Everybody's got different favorites. Good to see Fosco, though, man. Glad you're enjoying Philosopher's Walk. That was kind of the point. Make something that people are going to enjoy. Dushan says this raspberry spritz in the bar is really good. Bottoms up. Did everyone like the stream, says Deli. Ooh, we got 15 likes. Thank you, everybody, for liking the stream. Ovenlick says, see, I never smelled a vintage Polo Green, so I will have to take your word for it. Yeah, you'll get some similarities. You'll get some similarities. Antonio says, full body this morning, ran 2 miles. Ooh, sweet. Antonio's locked in, man. Good to see that. Matt says it's always good to test something you want to smell in another person, experience how it comes off on someone. I agree. I love getting that whiff off someone else. You get a different view, a different angle, a different opinion. I agree. Perfumes smell different on different people. Often says, Eugene, did you hear that the duck let Philosopher's Walk macerate in his garage for a week? Yeah, I did. I might have been in there for longer. I might have been in there for 2 weeks. He's had it for a while. Like I remember sending out like 3 weeks ago, but that's all right. As long as he found it, you know? I'm glad that he found it. I was starting to get concerned. Maybe it got lost like permanently. Jared says, Eugene, have you tried Fendi Uomo? It's a vintage spicy leather scent. Really nice thing about getting a bottle. I have. I thought it was quite nice. Yeah, vintage leather, exactly as you say. And bottles are still relatively affordable on Fendi Uomo. Like, they're not crazy prices or anything. I know Samir had a couple of bottles. That's where I tried mine. Often says, today is pull day, rows, deadlifts, curls. Yeah, that's what it was for me yesterday. Rows. Oh, yeah. Rows was yesterday. The day before was pull-ups. Pull-ups was Thursday. 15 sets of pull-ups. Probably 150 pull-ups, and yesterday was rows. So, man, I love going to sleep and waking up all sore and broken and having to stretch those fibers out. There's no feeling in the world like stretching those muscle fibers out. You know, it's a great reminder of all the hard work that you put in. That's part of it, too. That's part of exercising, is those daily reminders. Drawn by Sense says, I do get something a little kudos like from Philosopher's Walk. Oh, wow. Doesn't smell like kudos, of course, but I think clove, lavender, carnation, and musk are what I pick up the most. Loving it. Interesting. Interesting. I should spray some right now. Let me get my bottle. Let me see if I can see what you're talking about. To me, it's very multi-dimensional. Like so many things appear on first spray, where your mind is kind of like, "Whoa, what am I gonna grab on here to?" Because yeah, there's just a lot of layers that come out. Coach is asking often, like, "Do you have a way I can get in contact with you?" Antonio says, "Back is on fire." I love that feeling, eh, Antonio? Ovenlink says, "I don't get lavender from Descendre, but maybe one day it'll pop up." I don't get lavender from Descendre either. Who said there was lavender in Descendre? On the bridge of Avion. Oh, let's open these up. Let's open these up from Matthew. Let me get a knife. Let me get a knife. Let us know what you guys are wearing your scent of the day. All right, where are we? Where are we? Got your MSG. Stay away from MSG. Okay, let's open this up, Matt. Let's see what we got in here. All right. Matt sent some fancy things. Let's see what we got here. All right. Put these down here. We got some cool sample-y things here with some peanuts. Thank you, Matt. Oh, there's more in here. Let's see what this is. This is called, I can't even read it. Mycelium in Chinese. In what does that say? Something in French, man. I can't even read this, Matt. What does this say, bud? It's so small. Chestnut? Mycelium chestnut? Is that what it says? Let's give this a whirl. What is this supposed to? I've never heard of this. Oh. All right. It's warm. Warm and ambery. Men's Vibe. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, but it's warm and a bit bready. Is there iris in here? A bit green. Ambery. It's a bit spooky, I'll tell you that. Maria Isabella, hello. Matt says it's a Men's Vibe. Often Lick says, December is coming. I am feeling a Les Abs order coming on. Sweet. Sweet. Often like December's Descendre. Can you please come visit me? What would we do? What would we do, Peter? I'd have to know you first. So that'd be a hard no. I don't know you. I don't know who you are. What is the offer? Like, what am I coming to visit? So I'm not sure about this. I mean, this is interesting. But what is it you like about this, Matt? What is it you wanted us to know about this? Let me see. Let me Google this. I've got an iPad here. Let's do this. Let's see what this is about, because I have no idea. I've never heard of this perfume. A software update later. Always later. Remind me later. All right. So I don't even know how. Mycelium in chestnut. Is that the name? A little bit nutty. It's very green. Can't force. Is this it, Matt? Is that the fragrance that we're looking at? This is what's coming up. So, fruity, citrus, sweet, white, floral, nutty, powdery, ambery, woody, earthy, musky. The nose behind this fragrance is Mackenzie Riley. I think she's the one that did some Amouage recently, eh? The really beautiful perfumer, like the hot one. She's hot. Let's have a look at Mackenzie. Mackenzie might be more interesting than the perfume. But there's no picture of her. Oh, here she is. It's really small, though. Okay, let's go back. Forget about Mackenzie. Let's go back to the perfume. That's what we're here about, is the perfume, right, guys? We're not here for girls. Because girls are a distraction. Chestnut, orange blossom, blood orange, cashmeran, mushroom. Ooh, mushroom, plum, and apricot. I would say there's even some leathery notes in here. But no, I'm not familiar with this at all. I've never smelled this. I might have seen these bottles in passing, like these, what is this, a heart-shaped bottle? I would call that a heart. It looks like kind of a heart in the valve. I'm not familiar with this brand at all, to be honest. Mycelium is a chestnut. It's a rendition of what mushrooms smell like off a chestnut tree. Mushrooms growing on trees, like oak moss. Everything grows on trees. I wonder what it's like on skin to wear it. Does the mushroom come out more? see what else is here. Oh, here's an Argos. That's really cool. Which one's this? It just says Argos with the all-seeing eye. I think that's their logo, right? The Eye of Ra, the Eye of Providence. This is Horus, the Eye of Horus, the all-seeing eye, the Eye of Wisdom, the eye to higher consciousness. One eye. Okay, what is this? I don't know the name of this, but it just says, oh, this is sweet. This is warm and vanillic, boozy, like grapey, grape whiskey, plum. Is it plum cognac or it's boozy, orangey, orange liqueur. I'm getting wine dregs from this, like when my dad used to cook wine, and you know the dregs from like the root. It's like plummy. Interesting. I feel like I like this a lot more than the first one. Amber and incense. And what is this one called, Matt? Let's scroll. The black decant is patchouli, cognac, white chocolate, the perfume guys. Juice box 54. What's the name of the fragrance though? The perfume guys? Yeah, there's definitely boozy, a lot of booze in here. Cognac and patch, I see that. Lots of incense, smoke. Wine, I get a lot of sweet, plummy wine dregs, like in Frederic Malle Une Rose. It's very winey. Nice, nice, nice. Let's see what this is. So this is, again, from Matt. Santal Super Fluide. Now, I never heard of this stuff, man. This is all new to me. There we go. So who has tried this stuff? What's happening, Wally? Good to see Wally. What's happening, my dude? Wally was up late last night. How do I know? I know. I just have a special way of knowing. But it's good to see you, Wally. Hope you're doing great. So, yo, Wally, I want to talk to you about Baby Cat. What's going on with Baby Cat? What do I need to know about Baby Cat? Guys, do I need Baby Cat? As a vanilla lover, I can't get over the name though, Baby Cat. But there's still some Baby Cat left. Is it supposed to be discontinued? Is it hard to find? Are they not making it? And what's with the Baby Cat raw bourbon? I know Wally was talking about this last week, but I was a little bit up in the stars, you know, like by the moon. So I would have to go into that video, and I'm hoping Wally can remind us now what's going on with all that, because he's the Baby Cat guy. Wally is the 16 bottle hoarder Baby Cat dude. Offenlick says Mackenzie did Amouage Meander, which I really liked. How are we feeling about Amouage? Recent Amouage, latest Amouages. How are we feeling? Love? Yay or nay? I gotta catch up with Amouage. All right, so let's spray some of this on. This is, the hell was this called again? Santal Super Fluide. So I'm imagining it's gonna be sandalwoody. I wouldn't even know how to make a sandalwood fragrance today. Like, where do you start? What do you do? How do you make a good sandalwood today? Okay, let's try this. Santal Super Fluide. It's definitely sandalwood, really dry. It smells like Australian sandalwood, but it's soft, slightly green, slightly leathery, smoky, very bony, very bone dry. Wally says Sebastian's Juice Box collaboration 54. Is that what I just smelled? Juice Box? I thought it was okay. Minty. There's something mint coming out, like mint chocolate chip. Yeah, it's quite mentholated. So that was the Juice Box, right? Yeah, that was okay. That's all right. Mycelium's weird, like mushrooms. Yeah, mushrooms are weird, dude. Like I love mushrooms, but they can be a weird thing. I wore 31 root cambone yesterday. I find that mushroomy. Yeah, but this Santal Superfluid feels like the Australian sandalwood type. Green, cardamom-y, dry, bony. Like I can definitely feel bone dry leather. It's not exactly like a queer, a traditional queer, but there is some dry leathery notes in here. Santal, Austral Santal. That is a Juice Box collab with Sebastian. All right, cool. Cool. Can I play a song for you? You can play a song. They're supposed to represent many notes of the tree or parts of the tree, which is the top of the cap, but lots of feedback from people said it looked like a heart, hence the brand Sense of Wood. Juicebox 54 is the name. Interesting name. Let me just write that down. 54. And this is the collaboration with Sebastian. This perfume itself or all of Juicebox? Can I please sing in French? Peter, you're gonna have to chill, bro. I'm not gonna sing for you. I'm not here to amuse you, bro. just go along. Just go along. But you gotta cut this nonsense out. Baby Cat is renamed but not discontinued. So are they still selling both Baby Cat and Raw Bourbon? Dropout 88 says, as a vanilla lover, you need the new Shalimar. Shalimar L'Essence? I still haven't smelled that. Still haven't, but I agree. I need all the Shalimars. Wally says, no, it's repackaged. Same scent, Baby Cat, is now rebottled into Black Label, now renamed Baby Cat Raw Bourbon. Same price? That's interesting. Okay, so no, it's not discontinued. It's rebranded. They're doing what Guerlain does. Same scent. It's now rebottled Black Label. Okay, Peter, you gotta go, bro. You gotta stop this. You just gotta stop. Baby Cat just smells like a cheaper Amouage Vanilla Barca. I've never smelled that. The perfumer made 4 to 5 perfumes of the same scent for different houses. I remember hearing this. About Ropion. Bosco says, let's agree to call Baby Cat something else. You might need a bottle. They still have some at the Bay. I talked to my sales assistant. My Chanel sales assistant, Amanda, she says we still have some. So I thought it was hard to find Baby Cat, or there's all this kind of rage about Baby Cat and its exclusivity and hard to find and repackaging, but apparently it's still available. But she said it was $450 for 125 mil. Was it always $450? I feel like those YSLs were a lot less than $450. Michael John says, for me, Kern Amouage is a no. I talked to a young guy last night and he said the same thing. Like the new Amouages are a big no for him as well. He just can't get into them. L'Oreal repackage all of the vestiaires without a reformulation, right? Huge, you should give baby cat a good wearing. Let it settle on your skin. The dry down is very nice. You know, I'm not sure when this stream is gonna end, but if I get a chance, before I was gonna say the Bay, it's not the Bay, it's Holtz closes. Maybe I'll run down there and give it a whirl because they're having Black Friday sales. I think it's 15% off. Give a baby cat a good wearing. Let it settle on your skin. The dry down is very nice. Recent amouage looks kind of grim. Timber was just all right, but went downhill with the dry down. The essences are no bueno. So the essences are the new packaging, the white oyster colored bottles. What's happening, Bennett? Bennett says I have a huge rooster. Bennett, why are you thinking about my rooster? Keep your eyes off of my rooster, bro, but it's good to see you. Always good to see Bennett. Wally says, I love Lizzo Primordial Vanille Supermassive. Wally likes it supermassive. Vanilla supermassive. How big is enough for you, Wally? How big does supermassive need to be? I've never heard this. I love Lizzo Primordial. And I'm going to have to plug in. I need to plug in to charge here before we run out. Often says, nothing for me since Juby 40. How many more days till Christmas? I don't know, man. Dushan says, nothing for me since Overture Woman. Baboosh is here. Good to see Baboosh. How you doing, man? How you doing today? Bennett says, shout out to the queers. I love them. Yes, big shout out to all the queers. We love the queers. Bennett says, just blacked, not blacked out. I don't drink or smoke anymore. Good for you, bud. How's that clarity helping? Man. I don't think I'd be able to put the smoke down. I just love it too much. It's my doorway to heaven. You know what I mean? You got to enter the gates of heaven, and sometimes the smoke just gives you that, it gives you that extra push. I don't mind the juice box. I don't know if it's something I would typically wear, but I don't mind it. It's really boozy. And I don't like boozy things, but Alejandro says, I rock Febreze Vanilla. Sorry to hear that, man. You shouldn't be wearing Febreze. Don't be wearing Febreze. Not even in your room. Don't even spray it in your room. It's not good for your room either. Wally says it was $2.95 before repackaging from white labels to black. Now $3.30 for all YSLs except for the numbered ones. Numbered ones. Oh, right. Yeah. The special editions. The ultra tier. Peter's off the perk. It sounds like Peter's missing something. When I bought the big bottle of Tuxedo, it was $3.25, so now they're charging more for sure. But this is also Canadian. It's $4.50 Canadian. I don't know what that translates into American. Bennett says, don't let the stream end. I've been edging the whole time. I'm a class 1 gooner. Put it down, Bennett. Drop that fucker. Go wash your hands. Put it down. Save your seed. Save your strength. Join us in the pearly gates. Throw that dirty thing away, Bennett. Vanagloria smells similar to Baby Cat also. Who makes Vanagloria? Is that a Sylvain Delacour? Vanagloria, who makes that? Bobby Ono is here. Good to see you, Bobby. Bobby, I see you. How you doing? How you doing, Bobby? Stacy says I have laboratory olfat. Oh, that's a Vanagloria. Laboratory olfativo, which is similar to Baby Cat. Same perfumer. You may have already discussed this. Yeah, I think I've heard this. I didn't know it was Vanagloria, and they got one for Amouage and one for YSL. Doesn't sound really exciting anymore, does it? Kind of takes away. Doza translates to near perfect. I like it. Pretty boozy. Dolce Diablo is probably a bit sweet for you. Vanilla Supermassive is good. Wasn't impressed with the sweet amber they released. All right, let's give another one of these a whirl. Let's see what we got in here from Matt. And here's Doza, Narcotica, and Dolce Diablo. How did you pick these for me? Like, what did you think? What were you thinking? What about these did you think I was gonna like? Or what is, okay, let's try Dolce Diablo. What does that mean? I think Diablo means devil. Dolce Diablo. Maybe it'll give us devilish thoughts. Who knows? Let's see what Dolce Diablo, where is this gonna take us? Is my groin gonna start? Ooh, this is vegetal. Ooh, nutty. This is very nutty. I like this. This, it's chocolate. Chocolate is coming out now. Some sweets, some, I don't know, it feels like vanillas, but it started opening up very green and vegetal. Now it's going chocolatey. I don't know, what is this, tiramisu or something? Something really creamy and sweet. Herbal. This is starting to turn into a really contrasting contrast with green vegetal notes and sweet vanillas. Baboosh says it's here, Eugene. Yesterday was Philosopher's Walk. Awesome. Awesome, Baboosh. Cool. Let us know how you're enjoying it. So this is, I'm not sure how I'm feeling about Dolce Diablo. Yeah, it's very creamy, very swooshy. Like I don't know, like the cream in Swiss roll or something. But it's got these weird, like Swiss roll sweet, like sugary icing, and then it's got these green, nutty vegetal notes, which is, I don't know if it's the contrast I'm looking for. But I enjoyed smelling it. I enjoyed trying it. What's the other one here? Dolce, where did I put the other one? Yikes, I lost the other one. Good job, Eugene. Good job. Here it is. Okay, so the other one is called Doza. Like Doza off. I hope it doesn't make me Doza off. Doza, D-O-Z-A. Okay, let's spray this. What's Doza about? Narcotica. Matt, what's Doza about? Okay, let's actually check. I want to see Dolce Diablo. Let's see how right I was or not right. Dolce Diablo. Here we go. So it looks something like this. If you guys are familiar with it. I'm not. Main accord, sweet, warm, spicy, fruity, woody, vanilla cacao. That's where the nuttiness is coming from, but it doesn't. Yeah, cacao. Powdery rum and chocolate. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely get a lot of that. 4.02 out of 5, 650 votes. So it is an Oriental vanilla. The nose behind this fragrance is Claude Deer. That's the same guy making Zaharov's perfumes, Claude Deer. Top notes are rum, apricot, chocolate, cognac, freesia. Middle notes, dried apricot, cacao, sugarcane, honey, davina, oak moss. Base notes, vanilla, tonka, sandalwood, musk, patchouli. The cacao is definitely there. You can't miss the cocoa. It's so smooth. It's like a milky cocoa powder. It opened up super vegetal and green on me. Cardamom-y, kind of in the, my mind started to go to Cartier Declaration, Matt, which is weird because I have this right here. I wore Cartier Declaration on Tuesday. And what a damn masterpiece this is. We got to talk about Declaration. I can talk about this for like a month. I can talk about it for a month without stopping. It's that good, but yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm glad to have smelled this. I'm not sure if it's my thing, but I'm glad to have tried it. Let's try Doza. Okay. Whoa, what is this? This is super floral. I gotta put some more on. With this florals, armpits, breath. Yikes. What is this, Matt? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? Whoa. There's a lot going on here, man. This is super spicy and woody, floral, incense. Something is hit in the part of my brain that I've never felt before. Barca is richer, not as metallic as Vanagloria. Witness the coming of. How you doing, Eugene? Fragrance for Life. I just bought Eau Sauvage Parfum, 6.8, bottle 2017, version for a good price. 180 bucks. That's a deal, man. That is a good deal. Good to see you, Witness. I have to respell baby. Only baby cat for me. I have to resmell baby cat. I've had to resmell it too. It was a big no for me the first time. Like most of those YSLs were a big no for me. They're just not my style, But yeah, I don't mind revisiting things, even if I don't like the name. Like I really didn't like the name Baby Cat. It was a huge turnoff. But we'll try it again. Jared says Baby Cat for life, Wally. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it, but the name always was like a obstacle for me. What are you wearing? Baby Cat. Dosa is a boozy amber. I don't really get booze from this right now. Dushan, thank you for the 500 Serbian dinars. Very kind of you. Shout out to Philosopher's Walk. I'll send money to Offenlich so he can buy it for me in Germany. As you will, bud. As you will. If you had real estate left, I'd say probably Doza on skin. It's a journey. Bennett says, I honestly could care less if I ever smelled another YSL. That's kind of where my brain is at too, Bennett. Like, I just don't care for those, the majority of them. I know a lot of them got a lot of hype and love. And when I went to go try them, I was just like, okay, like these are nice, but they don't grab me. They don't pull me in. They don't excite me. They don't pull my soul out of the socket. My soul doesn't come screaming out going, yes, yes, we need to take this home. They're just like nice perfumes. I didn't plug in. You're right. I should go get a charger. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. All right, let's plug in. Here we go. M7 is better than Coca-Cola. Is it better than DC though? Is it better than DC? Yeah, M7's pretty good, but so is DC. Oh yeah, baby. Explosion. Bubbles. Antonio, just check the box, the mailbox. Yellow envelope from Les Abs. Awesome. Open it up. Open up, Antonio. Rip it open. Give it a whirl. Is M7 better than Enigma Put Home, though? Dushan says it's not. If you are M7, you are my mate, my M8. I like that. Eugene, Diet Coke or Coke Zero? I'm a Coke Zero guy myself. Diet, DC, for whatever reason. Once in a while, we'll get the black stuff, but it's usually the silver cans. And I don't know what it is about this silver can, but like, it's very sterile, right? Look at the can. But what is it about it that makes it so attractive? Like, there's just literally two colors, red and silver, a little bit of white. It's very cold, right? But when I look at this, like, it just calls, like, I want to drink it, even though it looks very spacey and scientific and, you know, something that not even aliens should drink. It's just like, I want to consume it, even though I know it's not good for me. But there's, you know, there's a lot of marketing in here. You're drinking Christmas. Who doesn't want to drink Christmas? Who doesn't want Christmas inside of them? Yeah, but I'll drink Coke Zero if it's all I have. I won't drink Coke though. I haven't had regular Coke in a gazillion years. Because it has a Santa on it. Is that why? But I have no relationship with Santa, really. Like, Santa's a made-up guy. Buy Coca-Cola. He's not even like a religious figure. How many colognes do you have in your collection? Pepsi is way better. What does Pepsi spell backwards? If you read Pepsi in the mirror, upside down, what does Pepsi say in the mirror reflection? Not spelled backwards, but in the mirror reflection, what does Pepsi say? Yuck, how dare you? Pepsi is carbonated, flat taste of regular Coke. Regular Coke is just too sweet and sugary. Peter, you gotta go, bro. You gotta go. Come back tomorrow, okay? How many colognes do I have in my collection? I don't know. To be honest, I really don't know. It's just a lot. Do we need the vintage Coke before the with the cocaine? Nah, Peter Lewis is gone. He's got to go. He's got to go. Cocaine is never coming back in Coca-Cola. Hi, UK. Bournemouth. What's happening? Wally? Another Wally. We got another Wally here. Okay, let's spray the rest of these. Let's spray some more of these. Let's spray some more of these. Wait, is there anything else, Matt? Where's the Doza? Let's see Doza. Let's get back to this. Where did I put the card? Doza smells dirty now. Doza's really dirtied up. It smells a bit hairy. Doza Narcotica. So, give me a second here. It's bitter. It's green and bitter. There's something bitter in here. Sappy. What's happening, Doc Locke? Just woke up. You're like me too. Just woke up. Welcome. Oliesa, what's happening? Just picked up Roja Elysium Noir. Not bad at all. Perfectly unisex. Smells somewhat similar to Dior Sauvage, but with more ambroxan to my nose. E. Anyone tried it yet? To me, it's an improvement on Intense. No, I've not. I'm not even familiar with regular Elysium. Have you ever tried any fragrances that smell like spice cola? Yes. L'Artisan has one. Mon numero 10 is a spicy cola. John Matthew. Wally, will you come to Europe next summer? If you pay for his ticket, I'm sure he'll be there. Why are you talking about clones, Lafalo? What's going on? Are these clones? These aren't clones, are they? Are these clones, really? I had no idea. There should be Argos samples. Oh, yeah. Argos are right here. So we got Argos, Adonis Awakens. We got Bazio Immortel. I love the artwork on these. We have Brevido della Cazia. And we have Argos Put Home. Let's start there. The Eye of Horus, Argos Put Home. The all-seeing eye, one eye. One eye. The eye of consciousness. Let's give this a whirl. So it says here, Argos Put Home is a clean and elegant scent that is both sensual and masculine. Its intense top notes of gin, lime, and pine pull you in as middle notes of lavender, violet, and vetiver captivate your attention and entice the senses. Ooh, I like that. Base of sage, amber, neroli, musk, patchouli produce a powerfully inviting and memorable fragrance. Ooh, interesting. Okay, let's give this a whirl. I kind of like the sounds of this, to be honest. And who's the perfumer behind Argos? I feel like I should know this. Oh, this is very soapy, foamy. This is a barbershop fougere. It's warm. It's very soapy, like barbershop shaving foam, Barbasol. Almost like Rive Gauche. This is kind of like Rive Gauche. Argos Put Home. I'm getting Rive Gauche meets Allure, Chanel Allure Put Home. That's what I get from this. with some green aromatic spices. Let's see what this is again. Very warm. British gin, orange slices, lemon and lime, Scottish pine. Pine is great in barbershop fougères. Lavender, African violet. Ooh, what's African violet? A wild jasmine, the vetiver, Bohemian sage, warming amber, beautiful neroli. That's what they named their notes, beautiful neroli, warming amber, Bohemian sage. I mean, this is nice. This is like, it's a nice, it feels like it's a nice introduction to barbershop fougères. That's what it feels like. Probably not as interesting as Diptyque's Eau de Mint, but in that range. Something like that. Nice. I like this. Drakkar Noir. Love the smell. Very good cheapy. Yep. Going to need a bottle of the walk. Eugene, you've done it again. Awesome, Antonio. I'm glad that you're enjoying it, brother. Lots of bottles been going out. Lots of things going out recently. Not just the walk, but lots of things. Mon numero 10 really smells like Dr. Pepper to me. It's very soda-ish. Yeah, Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola. It has that fresh, freshly opened soda pop. But yeah, you're right. It could be a little bit Dr. Pepperish. Mikey, what's happening? Scent of the day and they Neroli out Renoir. Good to see Mikey. We're just testing a bunch of things here from Argos and Narcotica. Why did you put the cow on Philosopher's Walk artwork? Love it. Protein, bro. The whole thing is symbolic. There's symbolism everywhere. And the cow is just for protein. Duchan says, I like Mon numero 10. These are teenage TikTok fragrances. Dude, I've never smelled these RXL. Honestly, they're not really something that I would wear, but I don't mind like giving them a whirl. But it's good to see you. Rick, your Philosopher's Walk is going out today. Hopefully if I could get to a post office, but it's wrapped and ready to go. So glad you enjoyed your sample. I'm glad you enjoyed your sample. But yeah, I'm not really familiar with these. I don't know. Are they TikTok fragrance? I don't watch TikTok fragrance content, so no idea. Allegedly, it's Christian Petrovich, the perfumer. Doubtful. He's had like 6 different lives. Actor, model, medical, salesman, real estate perfumer. Many are into niche, I think, but the artwork is beautiful. A jumbled mess dry down is Argos put home. It smells like an intro barbershop fougère. These are established artists to create the bottle's artwork. Yeah, the artwork's beautiful. It's very old school. Rich wasn't too impressed with Mitsa, Eugene. Rich's taste bewilders me sometimes. I think if he would give it a whirl, like a very proper wearing, he might change his mind. He might enjoy it. I don't think he hated it though. Like, I don't think there's anything worth hating on Mitsa. It's a really well done spicy amber. A rose, rock rose and amber. It kind of reminds me of some of Tower's stuff, to be honest. Rose and amber. What's happening, Christian Torres? Good to see you. Hope you're having a wicked Saturday. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday, man. Rich is a big fan of Argos. Is he? Which ones? Which ones? We'll see if we have any that he likes. You're really looking out for macronutrients of your artwork. Yeah, there's a little bit of a protein in there, you know, for the savages. Christian says, finally received my Les Ups Today Discovery set. Awesome. Let us know what you think, Christian. Let us know if you're feeling. What do you think of Argos so far? I mean, I think they're competent. They're pretty good. Smells all right. It's just very soapy, clean, fresh, aromatic. It smells very easy, you know, like an easier YSL Rive Gauche. Let's try some more of these. Okay, let's try Adonis Awakens. Adonis Awakens. All right. Interesting names. Are these like biblical names or something? Because the artwork looks kind of like biblical or Michelangelo. It's very Michelangelo-ish. Right? The naked bodies, the proportions, the blubber. Like, yeah, Michelangelo likes showing a lot of this stuff. Okay, let's spray Adonis Awakens. So who's a fan of Argos? Look at that, bright orange, almost like a liqueur. Okay, 2 spritz is good. Ooh. I feel like I've smelled this before somewhere. Whoa, it smells like wet florals. And cleaning, this smells like cleaning product. I'm not feeling this, man. They're the names of famous paintings. The artwork on the boxes are actual paintings. Yeah, they look like the artwork. I think the artwork is better than the fragrances, to be honest. This is a rough ride. Argos, Adonis Awakens. Let's see if this will make any more sense. Top notes: bergamot, grapefruit, pink peppercorn. Heart notes: rose, jasmine, vanilla, raspberry. Base notes: Mysore, sandalwood, cashmere, rose absolute. This just doesn't do anything for me. I'm gonna skip this and go right to something else. Maybe I'll come back to this. It's fake Greek mythology. I bought into the hype with Argos, but honestly, my bottles just sit around now. Save your money and buy more Vol de Nuit. Yeah, I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. Adonis is very raspberry rosy. I have Argos Birth of Venus. Maybe this would be better on skin. The beautiful bottles will have you falling for the hype. I gotta look at the bottles now. I have no idea what the bottles look like unless I remind myself. Argos. Adonis Awakens. Let's see here. Argos is Jason's ship to find the golden fleece in Jason and the Argonauts. No idea what you're going on about, Doc Lock. Argos unfortunately seems like one of those brands where the bottles cost 20 times as much as the perfumes inside. Honestly, I can say I'm not really feeling this. I didn't mind the first one. It smells like a lot of synthetics. Let's see what this says here, though. They strike me as being slightly lower quality BDK. You know what I had on yesterday? I was thinking about coming on last night. Rouge Smoking. Oh, wow. I really enjoyed that. Mitra sent me a sample of Rouge Smoking, and I found it last night, and I put a little bit on. I was like, this isn't... I'm not sure if I would wear it, but I like it. I like how powdery and leathery and raspberry that is. I wasn't a fan of Adonis. It was super sweet for me. Why are you... If you're not a fan of it, why are you sending it to me for that? What do you want me to discover in this? What is it you want me to find? Why is this iPad so slow? Often like says, maybe it's sacrilegious, but I prefer 19 to Vol de Nuit. No, it's not sacrilegious. Why would you think it's sacrilegious? I think it's perfectly fine to like anything, but these are both amazing perfumes. I don't think Vol de Nuit is that much better than... I think they're both beautiful fragrances. And they do a lot of the same things, to be honest. Stick with the designers you already know. Yeah, neither of these brands are really my thing, though. I didn't know the first one was a cologne brand. I've never heard of it. What are they called? Narcotica? Is Narcotica a cologne brand? I had no idea. Bodacia the Great type thing. Don't own any Bodecias either, no. No, they aren't better on skin. The only one I still wear on rare occasion is Brivido della Cazia, but it is most certainly not worth $250. I like Danny for its patchouli. It smelled pretty good. And Triumph for Bacchus for its apple rum. Just curious to see your take on some things. Christian says, Bellam just made me a fan of Iris. Kind of reminds me a lot of the Celine DNA, but done differently. Yeah, it's more rigid, and I feel like there's more tension than Celine's. I love the Celine's Iris too, but Bellam feels like it's more tension. More bone. More meat and potatoes. Such a beautiful Oris. Wow. It's very thick and chalky, right? Bellam is super chalky. Kind of like the chalkiness in Celine's black tie. That's a very chalky Oris root. Buttery Oris. Yeah, very chalky. Chalky powder. Chalk powder. But like vanilla scented Iris powder. Often Lick says, I got a matte cap in rose this week. I was swooning all day when I wore that on Tuesday. I know it was your wedding day scent, but I hope you still enjoy it. I still love it. Yeah, I'm not offended. I'm not offended by it being my wedding day scent. It's still a beautiful fragrance. I saw Christo gush about it as well. It's a great perfume, great rose, a great winey rose. Matt says, if you like Bellam, check out Iris Pearl from Les Indomitable. I don't know if they're a clone brand. I've only heard of Doza and Dolce. No, they're not a clone brand. I have Iris Pearl. They're Les Indomitable is definitely not a clone brand. Witness the Coming says, I got a sample in the mail. It was free Boss bottle Beyond and smelled very nice. I have the Old Rose Bud bottle of Vol de Nuit Extrait. The Old Rose bottle? Vol de Nuit Extrait. What would that be? I only know the propeller bottle. What was the rose bottle? That's the one I got. That's one of the most beautiful bottles in my collection is the propeller. I feel like I want to go get it and show it off. It's so pretty. It's literally my favorite bottle in my entire collection. One of is Vol de Nuit propeller. Doc Locke says, I applied a little Vol de Nuit extrait before going to sleep last night and slept like a baby up in the sky with the stars. Astro gliding. I think I might have met you last night up in the stars, Doc Locke. I was up in the stars all night for about 6 hours. Just really floating around up there. Looking for the pearly gates. I'll find them one day, the pearly gates. Christian says, love it. Going through the set right now on skin. Cool. Enjoy them, brother. Oftenlick says, I think Musc de Sable is the better Les Indemnidables Iris. For me, I would agree. Yeah, I love Musc de Sable. I love, love, love. Vol de Nuit is better than 19. Why didn't you tell me, bro? Bro, I've been screaming both of these from the rooftop for years. Vol de Nuit and 19. I don't know how else to tell you other than what I've been doing for the last 10 years. Is saying these are two of the greatest perfumes, or some of the greatest perfumes ever. I wore the other day, and if you're just getting into like, if you don't have any vintages or classics and you want to, or you're just getting into and don't know where to start, I would say start right here. If you just want one old classic vintage to get a feeling, I would say right here. And this is L'Eau Bleu. This is beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, immaculate. Very powdery rose iris violet with the cherry blossom, the almond, the Mars. It's just beautiful. Leather, vanilla, right? I would start here. If you just want one old classic vintage to give you a feeling, to give you a taste, just to wet your palate with something old and incredible, I would say go here. But all of these classics are made, you can't go wrong with them, these classic florals. Vol de Nuit, Night Flight, number 19, L'Eau Bleu, they're all titties, man. In the line of extracts that Guerlain did, the rosebud bottles are stunning too. I have the Mitsuko as well. I think I know they're kind of like egg-shaped, rosebud. What do you mean by rosebud? Rosebud bottles. There's so many different Guerlain bottles. I know there's clock faces, there's quadrilobes, there's so many different styles. I tried Iris Pearl in Discovery set. I prefer Belle Homme, but they're both well done. Yeah, two great irises. Sorry, I was replying to someone saying Narcotica is a clone brand. Could be, but not sure. I wish you had told me that before. The propeller bottle of Vol de Nuit is so Art Deco. Amazing. Yes, it is. Very amazing. Okay, yes, Iris Pearl is a bit salty to me, but I like that. It's very salty and citrusy. A bit bitter. Yeah, floral, very floral. Probably going to get a bottle of Belle Homme and decant it as a gift to my nieces. There you go. SDV, Spiritus Double Vanille for bed is amazing, says Jared. Christian says, yes, I prefer Musc de Sable to Iris Pearl. Dushan says, buddy, both are brilliant. Both what, Dushan? Wally says, I have no idea what the fuck this little bottle you were talking about, propeller bottle. Vol de Nuit, Wally, give me a moment. I'll go dig mine up. It's beautiful. You got to see this. It's an old green, grassy, floral. That's very soapy, powdery, vanillic. It's got iris and galbanum. It's just a classic take of Vol de Nuit. It smells a bit like 19 if you've tried that. Green, grassy, ambery. Very beautiful, very pretty. But the Vol de Nuit means night flight. So the inspiration to the perfume was this couple. I think they just got married and they're on their honeymoon and they were flying to this deserted island and the plane crashed in night, right? So the plane crashed and they came down for a crash landing. I think they survived. But for the face of the bottle, they used this kind of pattern that looked like a propeller rotating, just spinning around. It's really cool. It's a nice green bottle. Jonah says, I bought Vol de Nuit because you sung its praises and I'm very grateful for that recommendation. Awesome. I love that. Yeah, the things that I praise, they definitely gotta be bottle worthy. The Rosebud bottle is a style from the 70s. Let me see if, I'm sure I've seen it before. Oh, here's Adonis Awakens. I've never seen this bottle before. Argos, Adonis Awakens. Cool packaging. What is that, like a couple? It's like a woman leaning in to kiss her man. What is this, like the Garden of Eden? Is that Adam and Eve, maybe? I don't know, but let's see. Adonis Awakens, citrus rose, fruity sweet, fresh spicy, vanilla, musky, and floral. A 4.25 out of a 5. Rose bottle. A rose bud. So these are a bunch of things that are showing up. Is that what we were talking about, the rosebud? Is that what you guys are referring to? I get a bit of wet wipes from Iris Pearl, unfortunately. I want to wipe it. What do you mean wet wipes? What does that mean? Show the propeller bottle. Okay, I got to go grab it. Give me a couple minutes. Frederick Mall Iris Poudre, on the other hand, stunning. That's a big ass iris. A lot like 5. I find it really takes from 5. Iris Poudre. I almost bought Vol de Nuit X-Straight just for the bottle. There you go. There's their $375 cost. But I know what you mean, Often Licked. I definitely know what you mean. I'm happy I got mine before it was discontinued. Or apparently discontinued. I'm happy I got my Nahima as well before that was discontinued. Pat Lester, good to see Pat. How you doing? Scent of the day. Philosopher's Walk. I've been wearing for the past 3 days. I love it when I go for a walk to the park. Awesome. Glad to hear you're enjoying Philosopher's Walk. How backed up are we? We're not very backed up. That's good. All right. The Story of Vol de Nuit is the novel with the same title about a lost aviator in Argentina, an air traffic controller that is trying to get him home safely, sadly unsuccessful. So they died. Did they die? I never read the book. Let me go get it. Let me go get Vol de Nuit. And I'll get the EDT so I can spray it. Okay, here we go. This room smells really interesting when I walked into it. It smells very unfamiliar to me. This room feels like I'm not even in my house. There is the packaging. These all used to come in gold boxes with the racing stripe, right? Vol de Nuit. Here is the EDT of Vol de Nuit. This is the EDTB bottle. Christian says, I'm looking to explore more designer private lines as I find myself leaning more to them than a lot of niche, a lot of easier to wear for me. Example, Chanel, Celine, some YSL. Yeah, I love that too. If you want a nice floral journey, get Diaghilev. Any recommendations from the Hermescence line? Lots. Yeah, try them all. I love them all. I love so many. Santal Masoya, Ambre Nargis, Poivre Samarkand. Depends what you like. Like, what's your flavor? There's the Sambac. Cedar Sambac is really nice if you like jasmine and wood. Rodolfo, who loves you, baby? Good to see Rodolfo on this Saturday evening. Guys, it's Saturday evening. How's everybody doing? Hope you're all doing great. Let us know what perfumes you're wearing. Let us know how life is treating you. Especially Ambre Nargis for this season. Yeah, Ambre Nargis. Yeah, definitely. Smoky amber, fruity notes, dry fruits, incense. I think Vol de Nuit was inspired by Antoine de Saint's novel. I think you're correct. I think it was inspired by a novel. Yeah, the pilot did die. I thought they were going on a honeymoon. I thought it was a pilot and wife that were heading out to a honeymoon. Night flight. That's what it means, night flight. Saint-Exupéry himself worked in Argentina in that capacity, so it was probably inspired by real events. Never buy cologne because how nice a bottle looks. It's about the quality of juice. It's nice having awesome looking bottle. The thing with this though, the bottle is amazing. It's one of my favorite bottles, and the juice is even better than the bottle. Like, the perfume itself is amazing. The perfume is incredible. It's a nice classic floral, a lot like 19. I always compared them. Has anyone smelled Sultan Pasha's perfumes? Smelled the amber and the iris. It was super strong. Yeah, I've smelled a bunch. Thought they were all really great. The things that I've tried. He sent me a sample kit of his extracts. Any other privates you recommend? Carolina Herrera, Valentino, Dolce. No, not really. I usually stick to the same ones. Chanel, Dior, Hermes, Guerlain. Even though Guerlain's, some people consider them niche, but Armani are okay. Yeah, I liked Armani more than I like YSL privates. Some Armani surprised me as well. Yeah, I've always kind of felt closer to Armani than YSL. But let's open this one up. Okay. What's that? I don't know, zebra pattern. There's got to be some sort of symbolism in here. You just got to be able to decode it. But it just kind of, I don't know what this is. Zebra patterns or... Which way does this open? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, here we go. What did I close it for? Why did I close it? Here we go. Are you ready for this? Look at that. So these here are supposed to be like the propellers spinning. You see the reflection of light there? Let me pull this out. There you go. I don't know if that does any sort of anything for it, but it is really beautiful and stunning. Like, especially when it reflects that light there. And that's 30 mil of pure parfum. Parfum extrait Vol de Nuit. What do we think, guys? Like the stream if you like Vol de Nuit Propeller. But isn't that cool? Like, you don't see stuff like this, eh? And the back is kind of the same. And it's nice and rigid. Very thin. Very thin stopper. Just super classy and gorgeous. Like, and small and petite and precious. Precious liquids. CK1, what is happening? Hope all is well. Good to see you, CK. What do you think of quintessentially amber? What is that, Christian? Quintessentially amber. Armani Privé is nice. I agree. Some of them are nice. The Shelves of Horror. Matt says if you're in the USA, Joma Shop has that bottle for half off. So it's usually $1,200 for a full bottle. Lots of things. What bottle, Matt? Chanel Mesia Comet are loves. Yeah, violets. CK says nurses eat Bellum up when I wear it. Hopefully they're getting a nibble of you too, CK. Sweet. I did try a lot of Guerlain and I don't really seem to resonate with them, to be honest. But I see they're very popular. Yeah, very, very classic smelling, especially the older stuff. The new stuff isn't as classic smelling. It's very modern. Like, I can do without the new stuff. I like some of them. I like some of the new stuff, but not all of it. Not like I love the old stuff. The classic stuff is just, wow, immaculate, right? All of it. I'm wearing vintage opium. You smell very patchouli then. You smell like a lot of patchouli, Stacy. Quintessentially amber, someone compared it to Samsara. I've never smelled that, so I don't know. Just off topic, I replaced my wiper blades. I did the same 2 weeks ago, Bobby. I got free wiper blades with an oil change. I always love that when you get a free bonus. I was expecting to pay like $50. They're like, no, they're free. I was like, what do you mean free? Nobody gives away anything for free. They're like, it's just a promotion. I will take that promotion. I will definitely take that promotion. The notes in Vol de Nuit sound great. They're incredible. You got to smell it. You just got to smell it. You got to smell it, smell it, smell it. But here, let's have one last look at this before I put it away. Let's get some light. Hey, isn't that sweet? I can just look at this all night. Witness the coming of says, I bought Guerlain Vetiver, barely used, smells just clean linen. Guerlain Vetiver, barely used, just smells like clean linen. Oh, it smells like a lot more than that, bud. It smells like tobacco. It smells like vetiver, citrus. Bobby says, I've worn Philosopher's Walk twice so far. And let us know what you think, Bobby. Wink, wink. I'm really curious about the Cartier Oud line. Is the amber your favorite? I love the amber. I love the amber so much. An ambery vanilla with oud. But I like all of them. I love the Santal. I like the rose. I love all of them. But yeah, the amber is really pretty. Really beautiful. Really nice vanilla. Kind of like Baby Cat. I think it's even better than Baby Cat, to be honest. Like, way better. I love that rosy, leathery vanilla. Smoky, sensual. Exactly why I'm getting Bellum. I love Iris and women love Bellum. They do. Women are obsessed with Bellum. Out the gym and in it, they get the gym lubed up on those machines, you know. But yeah, the women are really enjoying Bellum. And Vol de Nuit metal part is the radial engine. It's the propeller. Let's put some of this on paper. Vol de Nuit. I'll put the EDT on paper. This one here. This stuff's breathtaking. First time I wore this, I was driving up to the lake house, and I got a sample of the parfum. Mind blown. The entire 2-hour drive. I didn't talk to my family. I ignored everybody. I was just going in my perfume. I was like, oh my God, this is so good. Nobody talked to me. Like, I can't miss this show. You know what I mean? Like, this is fucking incredible. That's how I felt. Very green and grassy and just exactly like something you would smell outdoors in the wild. Ambery, it's got some fruity touches. It's a bit bitter, vanillic. Oh, I do recognize that now from your perfume room. Gorgeous bottle. Volume de Nuit. Yeah, that's a good one. I love de Nuit. Sika says, I feel you. I love Iris as well, and Belle Homme is special. Guys, Iris lovers, how many of you guys have tried this? I wore this on, I think it was Tuesday, and it was just kind of in my appreciation for Iris and violets. I was looking for more sort of violet-y things, but this isn't as violet-y as it is Iris. It's a very dank, wet, powdery Iris. I know a lot of you guys have seen this, but this is Hermes's Hidis, and this is quite feminine, I find it, even though it's just like powdery, but soft. This disappears on me quite often, and I find myself having to respray it over and over and over again. But I do love it. Like, I loved it when I wore it on Tuesday. I don't always love it for some reason. When it comes to Iris and violets, this is amongst the driest thing. Like, no sweetness whatsoever. This is all earthy, earth tones. There's no sweet Parma violets to this. There's no cacao. There's no sugary notes. There's no vanilla. It's just dry and earthy and powdery. Quite bitter as well. But this is incredible for Iris. Vegetal, rooty Iris. This is so moody. Iris is one of the most moodiest things. Unless your name is Violet. I think Violet is just a touch more moodier than Iris. But this is so moody, eh? This is definitely that feeling of after the rain. You know, when the camphors come out, the worms come out of the grass. This is that mood after the rain. The Vol de Nuit propeller, that's some kind of talc powder, has a blue propeller bottle, and that one's glorious as well. It might be a flanker or something. A blue propeller bottle, that one's gorgeous as well. A blue propeller. What is the blue propeller? Legacy. Yo, Eugene, hope all is well, champ. Good to see ya on this Saturday night. Hope you're doing great, bud. Let us know what you're wearing. Let us know how life is treating you, if you wish. How does Oud Vanille compare to Oud and Ombre? Is Oud Vanille similar? I've not smelled the vanille, unfortunately, or the mint. I got to get familiar with the vanille and the mint. But I love the amber so much, and it's got so much vanilla in it that I'm surprised they have, you know, another vanilla fragrance in a similar style. Yeah, but I'm still definitely on my violet kick. And I've been wearing all violets last week, except for one day when I wore Declaration. I really don't know how this came into the rotation, but I was just wearing violets, violets, violets. I started Monday with this. Like last week, I was wearing a lot of Insolence, a lot of Parma violets, right? What else was I wearing? Just a lot of violets. And this week, I started off with Gucci's Virgin Violet, which is a lot like Insolence. Probably not as sweet. But to be honest, I think insolence is a little bit more interesting. I love the hairspray accord and insolence, but this is nice as well. This is Parma violets, iris, musk, and vanilla. This is really gorgeous for violet lovers. And sadly discontinued. I didn't know that until the day I wore it. I looked up some of the reviews to see how people are feeling about it. I didn't know it was discontinued. What's up?
Are you gonna be soon?
I can be. What's... I thought Guerlain was designer, but they don't make clothing or packaging, just perfume. Yeah, and makeup. What are your thoughts on Mancera? Are they boring or interesting? Yeah, they're deal breakers for me, to be honest. I don't find much pleasure in Mancera or Montal. They're archaic, obnoxious. They're just big, bold, brutal things filled with obnoxious aroma chemicals. I don't have time for Mancera and Montal at all, ever. So that's just my take. New quality wiper blades are such an underrated upgrade, aren't they? They're a pleasure. They are a pleasure. Catherine is here. Good to see Catherine. How are you doing? The zebra motive is part of the Nid to Aviation and Saint Exupéry, who flew into Africa. I didn't know that, Catherine. A nod to aviation, but good to see Catherine. Let us know what you're wearing. Legacy says I've tried a few but didn't like Mancera. That me neither. I've never owned a Mancera. I've owned a few Montals, and I quickly got rid of them. They're not my thing. Very tarry and synthetic and There's a lot of redundancy, a lot of oud, a lot of things that I just don't enjoy. Like red tobacco, Mancera, I cannot stand that stuff. Guerlain the Vetiver Parfum is beautifully made. Doc says I have Vol de Nuit 7ml spray extrait in gold lattice case. Oh, those bottles are gorgeous, aren't they? The gold cases, I love those. I've nearly pressed buy on the 30ml propeller bottle so many times. There's a 1987 unopened bottle tempting me online. What are you gonna do, Doc? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? You gonna get it? Matt says no to Mancera. Mancera and Montal. Mancera is not all that. Yo, you might enjoy it, but there's just so many things out there that I feel more connected to. You know, there's so many other things I'd much prefer putting my money into than Mancera or Montal. But if that's your love, you know, you choose you. I always choose me. I never choose anything else outside. I choose what I love, you know what I mean? So I choose me. Now, if you want to choose Mancera, by all means, wear what you love, right? It's just not me, and I know it. Hello? Is that Roman? Scent of the Day Acne Studios. Good to see you, Roman. Mentioning the plane story, it reminds me of Guerlain Neroli Plain Sud. I need to resmell that, Matt. Did you go to college and finish it? I did finish college for tool making. Mancera and Montal are sister houses. I smelled one a girl liked. Of course, it's like Baccarat Rouge 540 on Hulk size steroids. Greetings to all from bitter cold Germany. Scent of the Day, Blue Sapphire by Bodacia. Hope all are well. What's happening, Dennis? Good to see you. Hope you're enjoying Blue Sapphire. Hidis is so watery and fresh. Got a good bit of carrot. Yes, absolutely. Carrot and celery. I get that as well. I get a lot of carrot. Must. Celery. I think I even get lavender from it. Like looking at the color of this bottle, the bottle's beautiful, the color. And for a moment, I thought I got a sense of, Yeah, lavender. Dry, bitter lavender. A la Jeffrey Bean gray flannel. But it's way more irisy and violety. You find it dry? I can find it dry and pasty. The powders are dry, yeah. But there's also a lot of dank wetness in it. Earth tones. Anyone try Van Cleef and Arpels Vanilla Orchidee? It's recently been growing on me heavily for smooth vanilla bean lovers. Yeah, I've tried that. I thought it was pretty great and really affordable. That's the best part. It was affordable. Heat East. Dropout says Heat East. Absolutely. Heat East. Reminded me a bit of Bella Speedo, weirdly. There's a little bit of Bella Speedo in that green grassy accord. For a couple moments, I was like, yo, this is taking me into Bella Speedo territory. And that's one of my favorite perfumes ever. I do prefer Bella Speedo to this, though. As much as I enjoyed it, I find it just a little bit too light for me, and it disappears way quicker than I like. I don't think it is sweet, but it's watery, dewy. Yeah, no sweetness whatsoever. All earth tones. And watery, grassy. I wore that a week ago. Love it. Heaty smells like wet iris soap. Yes, I agree with that too. Soapy, wet and soapy. My favorite iris is Bois d'Argent. Yeah, iris and vanilla. Big carroty iris. I came around to violet heavy recently. Favorite violets? Oh, Dahlia. That's Dahlia. What's with all the name changes? Why you guys keep changing your names? I didn't even recognize it was you, Dahlia. I came around to, so Dahlia's the violet hater. I was wearing Hugo Boss Invincible Bergamot and been doing great lately. Good to hear that. Catherine is in the vintage Bella. What's that? Using my old carons. Merle is here. Good to see Merle. Let us know what you're wearing. Dahlia is in Brenda Reglis. A very nice lavender. Dropout was talking about Hermes and got me going. You said Mancera obnoxious smells. Mancera is obnoxious, like Montal. Favorite Le Labo? Probably Vetiver 46. I love that stuff. Wally, are you wearing Baby Cat? Sex Panther. Wally says I am not. Catherine says I paid $140 for a 1 ounce extrait Vol de Nuit in original package. Some chick on eBay got it from an ex and wasn't the slightest bit interested in it. Poor thing. Poor guy was probably a perfume lover and just wanted to gift his girlfriend something beautiful, and she couldn't appreciate it. And Catherine, you lucked out. You got the luck. Favorite vanilla scent right now is probably Zuzu. Right now, Zuzu, but I got a lot of favorite vanilla scents. You look tired. Do you like tactical soap? What do you mean tactical soap? Guys, give me a minute. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. You guys feel free to prance around and enjoy your moments. Give me a second. Where are we? What's happening, guys? Where are we here? Often says, Catherine, tobacco honey smells like Guerlain did in Amouage. I think it's one of the worst things I've smelled from Guerlain over the last couple of years. Tobacco honey is, ugh. My favorite iris would be Black Iris Amouage, and violet would be Fahrenheit Parfum by Dior. I love Fahrenheit Parfum. Meryl is wearing Dior Essence. You look like you're off the Brady Bunch, bro. He looks like he's off the Brady Bunch. Sure, Jan. But not in a good way. I agree, it's not a good fragrance. It's horrible, to be honest. I wanted to love it and enjoy it, but I can't. I don't mind the smell, but the feeling, like when I spray that stuff on is, nah, the feeling that overcomes me is not a good one. And it's like instant regret. Why did I spray this on? Why is this on my skin? It's like I have a mental battle with myself. My body versus my mind. It's like my body wants to smell it, but my mind's like, why did you spray this on? It's fucking horrible. Who do you think you are? Why didn't you get permission? Kevin says the tobacco note was persistent, harsh, and screechy. Does it last? Yes, it lasts. It lasts too long. Catherine, you said you have Caron. Do you like Tabac Exquise? I've never smelled that. Good night, Meryl. Have a great one. The party is over. Now we can chat. I think a lot of the Guerlain Allegorias are respray necessary frags. Yeah, they're very light and they're great for, they're office friendly. If you're a doctor or work in some sort of clinic that has rules against fragrances, the Allegorias are perfect for that. You can just kind of, they're about as strong as the shampoo that you use in the morning. Sometimes I can still smell my shampoo. And Teus is the winner in this cold night. Catherine hasn't tried any of the new Carons. Me neither. I don't even know where to try them. Dubai chocolate, all the rage of pistachio. Pistachio was a huge hit for a couple of years as a note. Right? Everybody doing pistachio. Chocolate for breakfast. I'm in. Sunnyside chocolate. I don't like Middle Eastern desserts. You like baklava? I love baklava. Do you have an idea for your next perfume, says Jared? So the one that's already finished, we're just waiting to launch, or for the one after that? Number 5 or 6? Which one are you talking about? Because we have number 5. It's not manufactured yet. I don't even know when I'm gonna launch it. Could be another year. Could be. I have no idea yet. I'm just kind of. It's good to get Philosopher's Walk out of the way. Now I can kind of focus on something else. Kick off the second half of what? The stream? Is this was that an intermission? Matt says they. What's going on here, Matt? What is your favorite Hermesons? I would say Santal Masoya I really love. Ombre Nargi, Argolay. Vetiver Tonka is really nice. My favorite Hermes scents. I would say those ones. Poivre de Samarkand. What is your favorite? Oh, Cuir d'Ange. I would say Cuir d'Ange is one of my favorites. I love Violet Volinka. How about Violette Volinka? What's up with Fragrantica? Why does Fragrantica look like this? When did they do this? Fragrantica has always been a little bit of a special place, especially with these pop-ups. The ad pop-ups are crazy. You can't even read the reviews so much because the pop-ups are blocking the whole screen. So Hermes scents. Agari Ben. I do not enjoy Agari Ben. I can't get into that oud. Ombre Narguilé, I love. Brinde Réglisse, I like. I really like. Cedar Sambac, I really like. Cuir d'Ange, I love. Apis Marine. Here's an interesting one that I enjoy and I have a lot of respect. I don't wear this a whole lot though. I can never find like the right time to wear Apis Marine. I do love it though. I feel like Apis Marine takes from this. This is Cartier's declaration. I would say this is the epicenter to every Jean-Claude Ellena. This is like the number 5, you know? You know how number 5 kind of integrates itself to every other Chanel? This is Jean-Claude Ellena's number 5. It's really symbolic to his career. And I think he takes a lot of Eau de Hermes and puts it in here. And then this branches out to, I even get like Cuir d'Ange from this. Apis Marine. Terre de Hermes. This is a huge vetiver. Citrus, but it's not like the crisp, wet citrus. The citrus is, it's really, I think it's really hidden by the spices and the woods in this, right? There's that big nutty cardamom and vetiver. And this definitely, I get an orange, and I get a lot of terre from this. Terre is spice and woods. Vetiver, right? But this is incredible. This could have easily been a Hermes scents. And I have no idea how Cartier got their hands on this, because this is a Hermes perfume. This feels way more Hermes than Cartier, right? But weirdly enough, this also has after the rain effect like Iris. But yeah, super nutty and woody. This is spice and woods. Ashy, dry, very, very dry. Raspy. Artemisia, smoke. It's super smoky and earthy and dank, but incredible. The spice, the cedar, the pencil shavings. Ah, yikes. So good. So good. The bottle is amazing. The bottle, the shoulders here are supposed to be like the shoulders of a heart. You can see it, it's right there. It's in the design. There's that heart there. But this, the sprayer was supposed to be the wind up of a watch, a Cartier watch, right? But the bottle is beautiful. Packaging is gorgeous. The scent is even better. This might be Jean-Claude Ellena's masterpiece right here. Jean-Claude Ellena's masterpiece. You can see all of his work in this fragrance. All of his hits kind of come from here. But his palette that he works with is probably one of the smallest of all perfumers. Like the ingredients that he works with. I think he talked once about only using 200 materials. So he works with a very small palette, and that's why a lot of his perfumes will smell similar to each other. You know what I mean? But that's what I wore on Tuesday. Oh, Muguet porcelain. I love, but again, it's very seasonal. I love it in the spring. It's kind of this pissy, rosy, green lily of the valley. Musky, very musky. Myrrh Eglantine, I have a bottle. I think I've worn it 3 times maybe since 2018. Osmanthus Yunnan. This is an interesting one. Leathery, apricot-y, dry. Osmanthus Yunnan is a nice dry tea fragrance. I like it. Oud Alizan, I don't own. Paprika Brazil. Here's an interesting one. This reminds me of Frederick Moll's Heaven Can Wait. Paprika Brazil. I can't see that. It's so small. It's so small. All right. But very spicy and woody. Big iris. Big spicy iris. And that's what Heaven Can Wait is. Poivre Samarkand is really nice. Simple. It's probably the simplest one. It's black pepper and oak wood. Really spicy. Spice and wood. Jean-Claude Elna is the spice and wood guy. He could have easily have created for Creed. Creed is all spice and wood. Rosy Ikebana I really like. That's rhubarb and rose and tea notes. Very nice. Santal Messiah. I feel like that is my favorite. Fig and sandalwood. Really, really nice. Vanille Galante. Never owned that. Vetiver Tonka is really nice. Nice and nutty. Violet Valinka is leathery. Oud Esma. What the fuck is that? 2025. Never heard of this. Oud Esma. Yikes. What is that, guys? Anyone ever hear of this? This is new. Never seen this before. Paddock. Oh, Paddock. Paddock is so good, but you gotta love dirty perfumes. Barnyardy, horsey, leathery, animalic, a bit, saddle leather, horse saddle leather. Speaking of horse saddle leather, who has heard the news? Who has heard the news? Queer Saddle, Christian Dior, Francis Kurgan, coming soon. Queer Saddle. That sounds interesting. Now, my expectations of it are very nil because it's a Francis Kurgan and it's Christian Dior and Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy, you know? But I do want to smell Queer Saddle. The next perfume for Les Abs is the one Antoine dreads, Oak Moss. No Oak Moss in number 5. No, I don't think there's any Oak Moss, but... Doc Lux is currently comparing Vol de Nuit Extrait and Mitsuko Extrait. The peach in Mitsuko really comes out when compared to the dry, bitter Vol de Nuit. I love the peach in Mitsuko. Any star anise in Philosopher's Walk? Yes, I would imagine there's anise. Anise. I think there's even rosemary, but there's a bunch of notes that aren't listed. Do you think you can get them? Maybe I won't say them today, but I know there's more notes. I didn't list every single note. I like the tobacco in Cuir de Russie. Are we talking about tobacco notes? Whatever you want to talk about. My favorite Hermescence is Ombre Narguilé. What's happening, Janet? Good to see Janet. Duchamp says not baklava. What do you have against baklava, bro? Baklava is so good. Send to the Creed Aventus. Jimmy Cook's code 1233. Very nice. Mike Shashevsky. Eugene, please tell us about Perfume 5. Mike, I think it's too soon, man. It's way too soon. I gotta save some, you know what I mean? I cannot release everything at once. I stepped out for a bit, says Rick. What are your final verdict on the Argos? You know what, Rick? We kind of got lost in just a bunch of things here. Smelling, I was showing my old bottle of Vol de Nuit, the propeller bottle. Look at how gorgeous that is. Have you seen one of these before, Rick? Or this? This is the parfum version of a Vol de Nuit Eau de Toilette. So it's a green, vanillic floral, kind of in the realm of number 19. God, I don't know which one I prefer. I think I would say I wear them evenly. Which one do I prefer, 19 or Volt? That's a tough question. I always say, I think I talk about 19 more, but I think I love them equally. It would be hard to choose. Do you like kunafa? What's kunafa? What's kunafa, bro? Well, a final verdict on the Argos. We can keep smelling. I don't think they're my thing, really, to be honest. Modern. I think they smell modern. People on Fragrantica are saying Philosopher's Walk reminds them of Platinum Egoist and Drakkar. I don't get any Platinum Egoist. Drakkar, I'm not really familiar with Drakkar. But Antoine would probably say Drakkar. I think Antoine might agree with that, but Platinum Egoist, nah. No. It's so metallic. Well, Philosopher's Walk is a touch metallic, right? But I don't really get that comparison. Lavender, maybe? To me, it's more boy. And that just struck me weirdly like 2 weeks ago. I was driving home from work, and like every night, I put my hand in my glove box and pull out a perfume and give it a whirl. I was like, oh, I get a little bit of boy from this that I never noticed before. Dahlia says, Poivre de Samarkand is fire. Dushan says, I want Violette Volinka. Jared says, it was shit, RXL. Are you talking about Argos? Yeah, I'm gonna pass on Argos and this other. What's the other stuff? Argos feels a bit better, more interesting than Narcotique, but. Janet says, I wanted to like Cedar Sambac so badly, but there's a sharpness in it that doesn't work for me. So Cedar Sambac was my favorite of the three. It was originally released with three. Nigel released 3 Hermescences. Cedar Sambac, Myrrh Eglantine, and Agar Eben. And Cedar was my favorite from hers. I can't get on with Agar Eben. Too rough, too spicy, too woody. And overall, I find it uninteresting. I find it super uninteresting for Hermescence. I was expecting more. Stacy says from Hermescence, Vetiver Tonka, Cuir d'Ange, Santal Masoya, Ombre Nargi. Yeah, I agree. Beautiful. Dahlia says Fragrantica's new format is somehow more dog shit than the old one. Parfumo better. I've never really gotten into the use of parfum. Like Fragrantica is, like Dahlia says, it's sometimes obnoxious like this, but I just find it's the easiest one to use so far. I do like base notes, but the reviews on base notes they've disappeared. Nobody reviews on base notes anymore. But the forum on base notes I find more interesting than Fragrantica's. I like the forum. It's too bad they don't use the review section on base notes. Yeah, but Fragrantica's, I don't know what the hell is. I don't know if it's my iPad or if it's their browser. What was I gonna look up? RXL says, Jared, I have 10 of them. I think he's talking about Argos. They're not for everyone, especially people with good taste. So who are they made for then? Like when they're creating these, what do we say? We're not going to make these for people with good taste. Let's make them for people with shit taste. Oh man, can you imagine being the brand owner saying that? Dahlia says my favorite Hermescence. Poivre Samarkand, Vetiver Tonka, Rose Ikebana, Paprika Brazil, Brindo Reglisse. Can we count Paddock as a Hermescence? I know it's not, but I feel like I almost want to. It deserves to be. Paddock definitely deserves to be. And Paddock is rough, though. It is super rough and animalic and dirty and skanky, but there's something addictive to it. there are some kind of buttery qualities that you're like, oh wow, this smells like a horse chewing on oatmeal, but somehow I want to be there with this horse. Often Lick says, my favorite 3, Hermes, Tonka, Masoya, and Cedar Sambac, maybe. Bobby says Queer d'Ange is incredible. Guys, Queer d'Ange or Violet Volinka? What is your preference? What else did I wear? Did I show you everything I wore this week? So I wore Virgin Violet on Monday. So this is a big violet and musk and vanilla. Really nice. Really nice. I do prefer Insolence, though, to this. Very much in line with Insolence, Guerlain Insolence. But it's Guerlain, and they're the masters, right? But this is still excellent. What else? Oh, I try to wear this. I try to wear this. I try to wear this on Tuesday, but that's when I passed for declaration because I wanted something violet-y. But this smells very sweaty on me and bitter. It's like I've been sweating and that sweat has dried out and now the bacteria is kind of coming out. I don't know. It's just like metallic and sweaty, like really, really deep sweaty fibers to this. It's a little bit bizarre. It's kind of spacey too. Very new agey and spacey. It feels kind of like outer space. The reflection I get to this. Yeah, but just, this is not very sweet like the other Parma violets. This is bitter, bitter violet, bitter green stem violet. Yeah, I get a lot of metallic body odor. B.O. It's biting and gripping. Dante Bra, Maurice Roussel. I thought for a second this was a Jean-Claude Elena, but it's not. It is a Maurice Roussel. And he also did Insolence, Maurice Roussel. But to me, Insolence is far more superior. This is way more niche-y. A Peace Marine is good for semi-formal warm day by the coast, like a nice seafood lunch at a posh coastal restaurant. Kind of like Eau de Hermes, right? Eau de Hermes is a lot like that too. Guys, I've got one more gold box here. Who wants to guess what this is? I'll open up one more gold box if somebody can guess what it is. Queer d'Ange has that big bunch of old school spices, which I need to be in the mood for. If I am, it's fantastic. So Queer d'Ange, I'm wearing this on Tuesday. And I'm thinking of all the perfumes that it reminds me of that Jean-Claude has made. And it is nutty and rooty and potato-like, like Queer d'Ange. Queer d'Ange to me always gave that russet potato feeling. You know, like you've just stuck your hand, like you've driven your fist through the soil and ripped out potatoes and roots and just the powders of the potato. That's what Queer d'Ange gives me. Kind of this irisy feel. And I feel like I get that in here as well. Like irisy potatoes, russety potatoes, powdery potatoes, earthy potatoes. So Queer d'Ange gives me the potato factor with leather, potatoes and leather, but so rooty. Janet loves the vetiver tonka. Cumin in that declaration, big cumin. I would say more cardamom. Cardamom is the big C in here. Jean-Claude Elena is the clove, cumin, cardamom guy, but this is cardamom. Nutty and green, still with the shell on. The cardamom here is so incredibly nutty and earthy. It's not just spice. It's the depth to the cardamom. Best cardamom in the game right here, declaration. Never smelt or came across a better cardamom. Another cardamom that really stands out is Guerlain Santal Paurosa. Love the cardamom in there. But this is, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best cardamoms. Vetiver Tonka is remarkable. Another nutty one, right? So nutty and earthy. Dushan wants more cumin. Vetiver Tonka is love. I think is the definition of a charming perfume. Old money, you find Vetiver Tonka old money, like Bois d'Argent. Punyanet Paprika. Elena is also a citrusy guy. Yeah, you see that over and over. You see the citruses in Terre. You see them in Voyage. You see them here. You definitely see citruses in the Hermescence. You see them in Poivre, not Poivre, in Épice Marine. Oud Esma is not out yet. Okay, that's why I've never heard of it, but I see it on Fragrantica. Interesting. I've never heard of it before. Paddock smells like horse and leather. That's in Violette Valinka, but way dirtier. Paddock is way dirtier. Violet Valinka doesn't have the barnyardy qualities, or the oatmeal, or the carrots. Often says, I need Santal Masoya. It reminds me so much of tatami mats in an old wooden house in Kyoto, Japan. Lots of citrus too. Ozons, very ozonic. A bit coconutty. I love that. It's very fresh and green, like sitting under a tree with the wind blowing through. That's what Santal Masoya reminds me of. Sitting under a tree in the spring or the summer, and the wind just kind of blowing through the leaves. It's very green and leafy. Queer Saddle Caps looks like a cheap version of their saddlebag. Janet loves Gallo. I know it's in the gel. It is. That's a prank though, isn't it? Queer Saddle. Is it? I don't know. Some Rich Mitch sent a picture over it a couple days ago, and we kind of got a good laugh at it at Francis's expense. But is it a prank? I don't think so. I think it's real. Let's call this up. Let's see it. Now I have an iPad, guys. I've always had an iPad. I just never knew where it was. It's nice finding things. And this is probably a 5-year-old iPad that I've never ever used. It's like brand new. It's actually my son's iPad, and he never uses it. Well, what was I looking up? What was I looking up? Hermes' the new, wait, what the fuck was I gonna look up? Somebody said Gallo. Oh, Queer Saddle, right. Thanks for reminding me. Queer. Let's go there. No, not even the internet's heard of it. Where the hell did Rich get that? I hope it wasn't Okay, here we go. We go to Scent Advice. This might be Brian's website. I think this is Brian's website. Ta-da. Queer Saddle, there it is. It's right there, guys. Right under the discounts. Queer Saddle. What do you say now? Huh? What do you say now? Who's the wise guy now? Perfumer Francis Courion. Let's see if they've got notes. Oh, it says rumored upcoming Dior release. I will confirm or remove when more info becomes available. I never saw that part. Queer Saddle is a new fragrance from Christian Dior's private collection. This leathery floral composition is a departure from wild and animalic scents that typically characterizes fragrance family. Ah, yikes, I'm not liking this already. It introduces new, modern, and luminous, of course, because Frankie is very luminous, floral facets that soften and brighten it. Oh, we will have to wait and see, but how do you make something called Queer Saddle and you remove the animalic and wild components to it? It just, you don't make any sense. But look at that cap. Look at the leather cap. Wow, interesting. I kind of dig the leather cap. The saddle cap? Yeah, yeah. You guys dig the saddle cap? I like the cap. I'm not sure I'm going to spend $500 to get the cap, though. I'm sure the cap will be an extra charge. Right? It's definitely pulling Hermes. They're pulling inspiration from Hermes for these caps. Oh, it's even got a D. Look at the D on the cap. Right there. That's wild. So, Bobby, I don't know. Is this a prank? Unless Brian's pulling the prank on us. I hope not. I don't think he would. Queer Saddle with the BDSM leather mask. So you've seen them already. Gallo is a very good. Peau d'Espagne by Santa Maria Novella is still my favorite saddle leather. I really wish they had Santa Maria Novella around here to go smell. I think they do, because I've smelled them in Toronto many years ago, probably 10 years ago. But it's been a long time since. That looks actually pretty great, doesn't it? I'm hoping this is a great... I said to Rich, I really hope this is good. The chances of it being good, though, are... Yeah. Dior should call the perfume Celle de Cuir. No mixing French and English. I thought that too, Janet. I was like, what is with the, the double languages? Queer... Doesn't make any fucking sense. Queer saddle. Why? Why not? Is saddle... I hope saddle is a French word, to be honest. I hope that's how they spell it in French, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't like the double languages either, though. Queer saddle. Like, that's the best you can come up with? You guys pay people millions of dollars to come up with this shit, and you came up with queer saddle? It's kind of like Rose Star. I haven't smelled Rose Star yet. Babu says, give me a minute before you start on me again. I'm still buzzing from Philosopher's Walk. Awesome. Duchan says, the first iteration of Dracoir Noir is really good. Hello, honey. I think Gallo has my favorite bottle. It's a nice stirrup, yeah. I'm not loving queer saddle name either. I'm getting visions. What are you seeing, Wally? So are we doing the poached pear red wine cheesecake bake-off? I tell you what, you do the bake-off and I'll help you eat it. I make a killer cheesecake. I love cheesecake. Blueberry, cherry cheesecake. Yeah, my mom makes killer cheesecake. Queer Canage's saddle, that guy has to go. Can you imagine they discontinue Queer Canage for this? Canage smells of a cowboy gun, holster, or saddle to me. Janet says she used to be a chef, a sous chef in her younger years. Canadian Rocky Mounted Lodge. Worked under a chef from Dublin named Brendan. I know Brendan from Step Brothers. Dale and Brendan. Dale broke up mom and dad. That's my kid's favorite movie. They know all the words. It's hilarious. Brendan loves beer. Finally, time to wear my Paddock sample. Thank you, Eugene. Awesome. Enjoy it. Give it a whirl. I love the Gucci collection. I wear Voice of the Snake all the time. Yeah, I like Midnight Stroll. I like some of these. I like these. I like this one a lot. What else? They have an amber one that's really nice in the white bottle. Amber vanilla. Jenna says, I've been traveling and I did not bring my L'Eau d'Hiver decant. I'm pining away for it. Can't wait to get home and wear it. Oh, you'll enjoy it. Tons. Violet Valinka smells good, but I think it's a flanker of Queer d'Ange. I agree, Bobby. It takes a lot from Queer d'Ange. That's why I was a little bit, like, originally I was a little bit disappointed with Violet Valinka. Offenlick says Nahima Extrait. Is that your guess? Jenna says, I have Declaration Parfum. Me too, but I prefer the EDT. I know Mathilde Laurent did it. How different is it from Elena's version? It's much thicker, and it's very much the same, very similar, but thicker, thick. And I prefer the airiness of this eau de toilette. To me, the parfum is too thick and choking and cloying, where it's a lot harder to go travel through my nostrils and down the passageway. I do love the EDT though. I love Hawthorne. Hawthorne and Queer d'Ange is elegant, yeah. What's this emoji? Is that a nut? Is that a nut sack? I love Hawthorne. Hawthorne and Fahrenheit as well. Cobra Boz, what's happening? Are you a Mossad asset? A Mossad asset? I would love to. I wish I was, bro. I probably wouldn't be here. I might be on an island with somebody. Not that island. I'd have my own island, of course. I have an iPad I never use. What's with that? I don't know. You can't really take them with you. They don't have data. You gotta be connected to Wi-Fi. We need Madame Sandra here. Yeah, hopefully Sandra makes it. Kurdian will make it sweet. Germs, what's happening, Germs? Good to see Germs. Cheers, bud. The travel spray cover is very Hermes. That's one thing Dior has. They have tons of money to make stuff like this. Like, I want to get stuff like this done for Les Abs. I just don't know where to go, like, to get quality stuff like this. I'm constantly searching, and all I find is like cheap Chinese junk that I don't want to put my name to, you know? But if I can find something really high quality and well made, like, I would love to have something like this for my perfumes. But they've got the money and they have the places to go. They have the connections. That's what Dior, Louis Vuitton, Chanel have, is the connections. They know where to go. They know the places to go to get this stuff done. Me, I search this stuff day and night, and all I find is like crappy Chinese stuff that I don't really want. Like, I don't like the look of it. I don't like the feel of it. I got some 2 ml sample vials come in last week. Like, I want to get, like, I'd love to get professional sample vials, like for Les Abs. But then when you consider the cost and what they're doing, like, they're just samples just for somebody to test the perfume. The cost is it's double than what I'm paying now, right? So I don't know if I want to, like, get that, and it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. People just end up throwing the samples out anyway, and it's 2 mils, right? And, you know, for the cost, it's just not worth it. I don't want to double the prices of samples, right? The cap is ridiculous. I kind of like the cap. Like in the picture. But I like this. I like the sprayer. Look at the sprayer. That looks like a 10 or 15 miller. The saddle cap looks like the Dior saddle handbag. I'm not a fan of that bag. That's probably what it is. Inspired by a purse. Just like Queer d'Ange is inspired by Hermes's Birkin bag. Said what I said about that cap. Saddle bags. I like it. We're still here, Delhi. I'll stick with Queer Canage. Matt, gonna go watch Landman S2. No idea what that is, but enjoy. Poaching the pear sounds like a long 2-hour process for the cheesecake. Better be good cheesecake. I love Derby and Centurion bottle more and more. Thanks, Eugene. I might try Declaration EDT. Please do. EDP is incredible. No, the EDT. I love the EDT. More than the EDP. Nahima was my guess, but if you're still on your violet kick, it might be L'Eau de Bleu Extrait. It's not L'Eau de Bleu. Will you make me the happiest man alive? Unfortunately, I don't even know you, but I'm sure you'll find that happiness somewhere else. My suggestion was to go inside. Go inside and you will find, Dylan, whatever it is you're looking for. You don't need me or anybody else. Everything you need exists inside of you. I would just be a distraction from that existence. All right, I would just be a pretty face distracting you from that. So go inside and you'll find it, and you will be the luckiest man alive. All right, brah. Jay says, hey, Eugene, how are you? It's been a long time. How is Sarah and the kids? Sarah and her kids are doing great, I imagine. Blueberry lemon tart. Okay, Janice, we're worth trying. This coming week is the Black Friday sale at Holtz, 15% off. I know, all the SAs I've been sending texts and messages, and I've been asking my SA about Baby Cat. She says there's still Baby Cat and raw bourbon. It's not been discontinued. She says they've got some, so I don't know. Maybe we'll go down there and smell Baby Cat again if we can get 15% off. It's still 450 Canadian dollars though. I didn't realize they were so, I thought they were more like in the 310 range. Okay, let's do this. Let's open this quickly and then I'm gonna go. My son's here. I wanna go spend some time with my son while he's still here. While he is still here. So let me put this away. Oh yeah, this one you guys got to see. Which Holtz? Square One's the one closest to me. But I also go to Yorkdale quite a bit. All right, Nahima. And you guys just got to see this because it's discontinued. It's hard to find and it's really pretty and beautiful. And this is a rose. They consider this a rose perfume. They call it the rose with no rose. Luca Turing called this a rose with no rose. They're saying there's no rose in Nahima. But I guess that's up to us to decide. And there she is. Really pretty. I love having this. I feel really lucky to have this. There we go. Queer Canage was a nod to Dior's Canage leather. I suppose Queer Saddle is a nod to their saddlebags. What was the other leather a nod to? Can you be my father figure? Offenlicht says, damn, I got it. What did you get, Offenlicht? What are we talking about? You got it. Order from Whole Renfrew online and get 15% off. They don't ship outside Canada, so Canada only. Pretty sure Thierry Wasser said Nahima X-Ray was discontinued because of regulations limiting the amount of rules. Yeah, I think that's what he said. Sale starts on Black Friday. I have no idea. I don't even know when Black Friday is. Is it yesterday? I thought it was yesterday. Is it next week? Leather Oud was a nod to public restrooms. It's so barnyardy. I don't know if I get public restroom, but I definitely get horse, saddle, leather, barnyard, filth, clove, all the good stuff. Leather Oud. Beautiful, stunning, and gorgeous. But guys, it's 7 p.m. Saturday night. Hope you're all having a great evening, a great weekend. Let us know how you are doing. But I'm going to wind this down really quick. My kid's downstairs waiting for me, so we're going to go hang out. Maybe I'll come back later tonight. We'll see. We'll see what the timing's like. We'll see what the timing's like. Yeah, I don't necessarily get public washrooms like kudos to Leather Oud. Let's go for a midnight stroll. You wanna? You can definitely convince me to go for a midnight stroll. I don't think I've had a smoke today yet, bro. Well, not since I've gotten up. I have today after midnight, but yeah, we can go for a quick stroll if you guys want to do that. Let me just put some of this stuff away. or I'll do that later. You bring the stogie? What should I get? I got Sour D. Philosopher's Stroll. Okay. What time is it? 7. We can do a couple more minutes. Smoke some indica. That'll put me to sleep. I'll have nothing. Like, when I smoke an indica, no words will come out of my mouth. It just kind of, it changes my consciousness completely. My brain goes into subconscious mode, you know? Indica just, I'll just do this. How about you guys? How do you guys feel on indicas? I'm a sativa fella. Bring some sativas. Bring some sativas, but I should spray on some perfume too. Recommend me something to spray and then we'll go. We'll go quickly. Let me show you what I got here. I've got a couple of things. Have you thought about making the amber fragrance? Yes. Well, not next, but I think about making an amber all the time. I love ambers. Here, I'm going to put on some of this. I really love this stuff. Is there anything else that you guys see? Maybe this. This is really nice. But I'm just going to go for a quick one. Ooh, more piece. Here we go. And Teus. I'm kind of feeling Inverticassi. Are we feeling like poo? Oh, we got some more goodies here. Here's Agari Ben. Lipstick. Le Petit. Misia. This was my Violet week. Lupin. Insolence. Night clubbing. We showed all these last week, 2 weeks ago. They're still kind of out here. Let's go with, I feel like this is kind of calling me right now. What's this? Queer Canage? Well, let's go with some of this. One of these two. I'm kind of feeling these guys pick. You have Ideal? I think the extrait of Ideal in 30 ml, but I don't have the regular bottle. We almost lost that Fahrenheit. We just find another one, bud. You can't lose a Fahrenheit forever. I'm going to go with this. I'm really feeling this at the moment. Okay, let me put some of this on. 20 sprays. Okay, 3 sprays is good. Let's go. Say hi to the man. We should take him with us, right? He'd probably appreciate it. He would appreciate it. I gotta get my keys. Let me give some shout outs before we go. Some things are falling out here. Okay, we got some things going out tomorrow. We got samples. We got samples going to New York. New York. Enjoy your samples. Samples going to Westchester, Ohio. Enjoy your samples, Westchester. Samples going to Toronto. Enjoy your samples, Toronto. We have Bellam going to Arlington Heights, Illinois. Thank you, Arlington Heights. We have Bellam going to London, England. Thank you, London, England. We have Philosopher's Walk going to Philippines. This is long overdue, but Philippines, enjoy. It's on its way. Sent back by DHL, but it's on its way. This is Belam going to Toronto, another Toronto. We got lots of Canadian things and lots of English things. We have Philosopher's Walk going to RXL. Ricky. Thank you, Ricky. Enjoy Philosopher's Walk. We have Belam going, this is Mississauga. I might hand drop that off. Here we have two Philosopher's Walk and Descendre going to London, England. Thank you, London, England. Enjoy your two Philosopher's Walk. And here's another LDE and Belam going to London, England. Three of these are going to London, England. Where's the other one? I saw another London, England. Oh, this one, another Belam going to London, England. So awesome. Thank you so much, London, England. Enjoy your Belams and your Philosopher's Walk or whatever it is. Your Descendre. Let's go outside for a bit while it's still nice. Oh, the dog's out. Let's have carpet. That's a quatrefoil carpet. Shoe of the night. It's always Converse. It's really nice out. No jacket. It's crisp though. Good for meditating. This is a perfect weather for meditating. Which I'll definitely be doing later. It's like, what else is there to do? I'm like, what do all my friends do when they got like time? Probably watching the movie, going to the movies, going to the mall. I'm like, these are all things I don't really enjoy. I just want to meditate, you know? I just want to travel in my mind. I want to discover, and I want to be like with this machine that I've been given. I think the machines that we've been given, like the bodies that we've been given, is like the greatest technology in the universe. And that's like meditation allows you to learn all those, like the intricacies of your machine, of your body, of your programming. And to learn that, you just kind of got to be alone. I love how calm it is at night. That's one of my favorite things. It's so peaceful. There's like, look, it's 7 o'clock and there's not a soul out. Once in a while, a car will drive by. So there's very little distractions too, which is great for meditation. You don't want to be distracted during meditation. But sometimes you do want that distraction.
because it makes you hone in on your meditation even more. It's all about, yeah, just going inside and discovering, feeling, healing. Meditation is really about healing too. Healing the body, healing trauma. If you've got like, everybody's got trauma, but healing that and kind of honing your frequency, you know? Because the body is kind of like an antenna for consciousness. And when you meditate, you hone that antenna, and you can raise your states of consciousness too. And that's where pot really helps. It helps take away the thinking aspect. And instead of thinking, you're just being. You just be, and you don't think. You just be the universe. Yeah, you become one. Guys, I appreciate all of you. I don't expect, like, I love that you guys are loving Les Abs. I don't expect anyone here to buy or have to spend. If you do, that's great. I love that too for you. If somebody does want to buy and support, and that's awesome. I appreciate it, you know, from the bottom of my heart. But I never expect anybody to. And whether you do or don't buy something, I love everybody just the same. You know, so don't feel a certain thing if you don't buy. I just feel like I want to say that. Like, just put it out there. Like, don't feel like, just don't feel anything. It's all love, exactly. It's all love for everybody. The people that come and comment, the people that like, even the people that just watch and don't say anything. They just watch in the background and they enjoy the streams from there. And that's cool too. Everybody has their own way of doing things. I definitely have my way of doing things, and I'm locked in that way, and I love my way of doing things. And everybody else has their own way, and it's all good. Add Virginia. I will buy a bottle tonight. I love you, Deli. I love you, man. Yeah, it's all love, brothers. It's all love. Just be and do and go inside, you know? I had no idea where this was going to end up when I started. I was just like when I started this, it was all kind of came from meditations. I would go into meditations and I would just download all these messages. And I would go into those messages like, why is the universe sending me these messages? Like, these are my thoughts. Yeah, but where are these thoughts coming from? They're not specifically coming from my mind. They're coming from a higher consciousness. All these ideas, you know what I mean? I got to act on these. So I had no idea where this was going to end up, but it ended up in a really beautiful place, you know, really great. I need an XL shirt too. I got a couple XL shirts. I'll send you one. Don't buy one. I'll send you one. Jeremy Frag? What about Jeremy Frags? Who's Bubba? That's what I want to know. Who's Bubba? I don't think it's Clinton. They say it's not Clinton. They say Bubba is somebody else. I want to know who Bubba is. And I did not expect that. I never expected that. That's kind of why it makes things so weird today, eh? The whole Bubba kind of explains a lot of weirdness going on in the world. Yeah, but Saturday night, here we are. This is a very licoricey hypnotic poison. Very different from. This is hypnotic poison eau de parfum. It's very different from the EDT. The EDT is so much more milkier. Yeah, milkier and vanillic. This is more like hard candy. Bubba love giving knack. I want to know who Bubba is. You're cool as hell. You're cool as hell, man. I always say, like, when you see something in somebody else, it's because you say that same version within yourself. My cousin just put his dog down. I'm heartbroken. 14 years. Yeah. That's tough, man. That's really tough. Sorry to hear that. My kid's got 2 dogs. I know there's going to come a day where... You know, life, it's not just dogs, it's human life too. You know, everything's going to come to an end for all of us. That's why you just got to enjoy every moment of it, you know? Put away the stupid distractions and enjoy your life. Enjoy what is in front of you. And it's sometimes like the most simplest things that will bring you the greatest joy. Like a meditation. You go in a meditation and you go into that consciousness just hits you. It flows through you. Like when you're conscious with the universe, like fully present and conscious and open to it, and you have that consciousness. Like consciousness is infinite. It started from the very beginning of time and it's never ending. You know, it goes to the end of the time, which is infinite, and that flows through you. It fills you. It fills you in a way, man. It fills you in a way. It just fills you with love. Consciousness is love. Good old Charlie. Oh, Charlie was his name. God bless Charlie. I'm sure God will enjoy him. And I'm sure he'll come back. Like, he'll come back in another form. And he'll remind you that he's there. You just got to be open. You got to be open to receiving those messages. I think, therefore I am. We are getting a very desperation here. Desperation? What does that mean? Full Jamaican homosexual. How's that working out for you? Yeah, man, whatever floats your boat, bro. Just be you and own it. Like your perfume. Lots of people know what their perfume smells like, but they don't know who they are. They don't know where they come from. They don't know why they came here for. They don't know what their purpose is. It's really interesting. The first time I went to therapy, my therapist looked at me like, he's like, dude, how can you smell this, whatever it is you spray out of a bottle? You can name everything that's like in there, but you can't tell me things about yourself. Like, I was so distracted from soul, from life, from God. He'd ask me questions I couldn't answer. And there are questions about myself. I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, if you don't know, who's going to know? You got to know these things. Just finished another slice of cherry pie from Foodland. I like pumpkin pie from those places, even though it's horrible for you. We got Highland Farms here. René Descartes is a philosopher that wrote the Meditations. I thought Marcus Aurelius wrote Meditations. A great book. At least, well, maybe it's a different Meditations. I have his book, Meditations. Miss Maria, hello. Would it be easier to buy on the website? Yeah, it would. That would be the easiest thing. That way you can just load all your information in there. You can message me if you like. That's not a problem. Yeah, message me first. Let me know it's you. Let me know it's you. That'd be a good idea. That'd be cool. Yeah, so I spend a lot of time out here just meditating and being with a higher power, a power that's higher than me, hoping that it will, kind of take me in, accept me for who I am, and allow me to be who I am. And that's the power of the universe. And that's really like one of my favorite things to do. It's just to go inside. Like, not inside the house, but just to go inside that temple of God. Aurelius wrote a different meditations, both great. Really hard to understand that stuff, eh? The way it's written. I don't know if it's the wording is so old, but I tried reading it. It's not my favorite thing to read, I gotta be honest. A lot of philosophy is a lot of like, meh. Like, try reading Nietzsche. What are you gonna get from that? A lot of it just sounds like gibberish to me. It's like you gotta spend days dissecting one page, like, huh. I need to get back spiritually for him. It's such an amazing practice. It's changed my life, I gotta be honest. Like, yeah, it's definitely life-changing. Going inside, reflecting, getting to know who you are, where you came from, right? The way your body works, the way you're integrated into this universe, There's a lot more to it than... It's complicated too, because there's so many things we don't see the way we work. Just like Wi-Fi, when you're on your phone, you don't see the Wi-Fi working, right? But we also run on a system that's very similar. That's where they got the Wi-Fi system from. All their designs they take from us, from nature. So Wi-Fi came from, I guess, from us. The way we pick up consciousness, the way our brains pick up consciousness, because consciousness comes from outside of us. Our thoughts come from outside of us, not from inside. So then I'm like, well, if my thought comes from outside of me, where does it come from? Does it come from here? Does it come from here? Does it come from over here? Like, how far from me does it come? And if it comes from outside of me, can I travel? Can I go get it? Can I go get it up here and get it? Can I go even further? Can I go a mile out and get that thought? Can I go 5 kilometers out and get that thought? So you got to be able to travel somehow. If thoughts come from outside of us, how do you get those thoughts? Who's traveling? Is it the thoughts that's traveling to you, or do you travel to the thought? Kant, for example. Wi-Fi came from alien technology. I think mushrooms came from aliens. But mushrooms are fucking wild too. Yo, mushrooms. Ay, ay, ay. What a trip. And the taste of mushrooms is unreal too. I love mushrooms, like the taste, the juices, the earthiness, the dankness. It's incredible. It's like you're eating soil, but freaky soil. It's like you're eating soil on mushrooms. That's what mushrooms taste like. But mushrooms feel alien-like. Wi-Fi came from... All technology came from nature. Everything you look at, everything that they created comes from nature. Look at the camera. Yeah, so it's wild to be able to separate from yourself. It's to separate the mind from the body from the spirit from emotion, and to take a step back or take a step up and look at everything from outside of you, asking yourself, why do you act like this? Why do you respond like this? Why do you behave like this? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? I'm hungry now. Me too. Me too. Me too. Yeah, and then when you start reflecting, I don't know, these messages come out of nowhere and you can't see these, or you just feel them. You feel them in your body. You know, you feel this awareness. You become the observer of awareness. And then observation, all these messages just, and they're not coming from you. Like clearly they're coming from outside of you, because they're things you've never thought before. They're feelings you've never felt before. What kind of meditation do you do? I like to lay down and look through my mind for about an hour. So my meditations for me are never laying down, because I'll fall asleep. So I got to sit up straight. I've tried every way, and for me, sitting up straight has always been the best. Not slouching, like literally sitting up straight. Even on a little bit of a recline, I'm okay. But if I'm laying down, I'll fall asleep within 5 minutes. So I got to sit up. And then I like to breathe too, because breathing will really open up your pineal gland, and that is your pineal is your receiver. So if you're not used to meditating, it can be calcified. You got to clean that up, and breathing is the best way to clean it up. Just deep breaths. Hold them for maybe a second or two and release. Always through the nose. Breathing, it must be done through the nose. It just works better. But breathing is great. You need to be one nostril at a time. How do you do that? You plug your nose? Beings came through stargates and brought specific technologies. For Canada, they brought ice hockey. We'll never know, man. There's so many different arguments and beliefs on how we got here. There's an argument for everything. But it's hard to believe one single argument. The telephone was invented in Nova Scotia. Alexander Graham Bell. That's what the Bell Company is called. That's what the telephone company is called in Canada. Bell Canada. Alexander Graham Bell. Nope. I know Duchamp. He's going to say Tesla. He's going to say Nikola. Nope. Breathe in left nose. How do you do that? Yo, that takes some meditative practice. No, just breathe in through your nose, man. Both at the same time. This sounds like it's getting complicated. Just breathe and feel it. You can feel the breath going to the back of your mind and also down into your lungs. It goes both ways, right? As above, so below. Your outer world mimics your inner world. What you feel inside is how your outer world will be. Eugene, bro, you have a stream marathon today. Respect. Oh, we've gone a lot longer. Last week we did a 5 hour. How long are we on here now? What's this, 3 hours? How you doing, Dennis, though? How's your Saturday night? How's everybody's weekend? What's everyone wearing? Guys, give us your scent of the day. Let us know what perfume you're wearing. Hello, all in Arabi today. Lovely stuff. What's happening, Tom? I'm in Canada, Millie. We're in Canada. Please clean your ass with water. I agree, James. At least wash it. I don't have a bidet, but I do wash it. It's a good idea. Thanks for your concern. Where in Canada? Ontario. I'm in Ontario. What about you guys? Guys, what perfumes are you wearing? Let us know your favorite. Who cares where I'm from? Let us know what perfume you're wearing. Doesn't matter where I'm from. Let us know what perfume you're wearing. James says Ontario isn't collapsing. In what way, James? In what way do you feel Ontario is collapsing? Do you like YSL's Opium? For women? James, I think it's a masterpiece. However, for me personally, it's too big of a perfume to wear. It's very spicy. It's one of the most spiciest things in the world. It's basically spice and patchouli. I do appreciate it, but it's too manly. It's too macho. It's too hairy-chested. It's too old-fashioned. But I think it's fucking great fragrance. You know what I mean? The women's, I think it's brilliant. The men's YSL Put Home is a very different beast. That's like a nice barbershop fougere, much softer and easier to wear. Crazy, right? How they made the women's so butch and masculine, but the men's easier, softer, warmer. The woman's is so cutting. Like, this bitch got a sword on her, and she's cutting heads off. Anyone wearing Opium, the women's, it's a Goliath perfume. That's definitely what you wear to go take Goliath's head off. If I see somebody walking down the street with a slingshot, I know they're wearing Opium for women. I usually let my dog run loose. Antaeus. Nothing special. Crap weather, about to snow, 1:30 Sunday morning, 1:30 a.m. Ooh, another hour and a half till the witches come out, Dennis. Get outside. Meet the witches. Do I like illegal immigrants? Do you like Mike Carney? He hasn't really done anything, has he? I'm still waiting for him to do something. Like, build us a fucking ballroom at least. Have the Opium for men. It's strong. What has Carney done, guys? Like, what am I supposed to like about Carney? What has he done? He's lost us a trade deal with our biggest trade partner. That's what I see. He's lost us a huge trade deal. What else has he done? I don't know. Hopefully he can do something in the Middle East. He's going in the Middle East trying to make some deals, but we haven't really seen anything yet. I have the Opium for men. It's strong. Not like the women's, though. The women's is a hairy beast. That stuff, Opium for women is comparable to things like Frederic Malle Monsieur. Are you on crack? No, I'm on the globe. Bro, you sound hard right now. Why? Because I don't like Carney? It's not that I don't like him. He hasn't done anything. You got to do something for me to like you. I'm not going to like you because you're whatever. I don't care what your label is. Do something. Do your job. Do your job. What's the difference between parfum and the EDT? Wait, what are we talking about here? Opium? Often Lick says, I wouldn't mind meeting the witches. It's all about the witches, man. Most of my growth in life came because of the witches. Like, witches were always the ones that were reflect back to me the most, like the things I needed to learn about myself to get me to wherever it is I need to be or go. And that growth always came through witches. If you mix men and women perfume, will it become gay perfume? Only if the wearer is gay. If you're not gay, you have nothing to worry about it. Stoked our money, stalled our money. What does that mean? How old are you, my boy? I am not your boy. Scent of the day, Notorious EDP. You want to come out to one of my parties? Did he? Eugene's only on Chanel, Dalmansky, Pursuit, and Marlboro. You know what I like? I like Dalmatinka. That's what I like. Dalmatinka from Zadar or Shibanik. Yikes. Just the legs are 5'9". I've been studying the note ingredient list for Philosopher's Walk. It's like a 3-hour exam. There's even more, Baboosh. Not all the notes are listed, but I kind of listed what the main things are. What is the most popular food in Ontario right now? Steak. It's always steak. We love prosciutto. We do. Prosciutto. And Dalmatinka. We always called them Sperzi here for some reason. We had a nickname for Dalmatians. People from Herzegovina, they would call Dalmatians Sperzi. For whatever reason, I don't even know where it came from. Slavonsky Kulen, what's that? Guys, I really should get going. I got a ton of things to do, and my son's waiting for me, but maybe I'll come back later if I've got time. But it was great chilling. It was great seeing you, like always. Like always. Hope you have a great Saturday. It's still early. You can get out and about and get some fresh air. Get some consciousness. It's free. It's fucking free. And it fills all the dopamine receptors way better than anything you can buy. You can't name me one thing that you can purchase that will fill your dopamine receptors better than consciousness. It's free, and it's love, and it's God. And it's yours. Go get it. Go get some consciousness. But we'll see y'all guys really soon. We'll see you soon, okay? Have a great night. Ta-da.